Fox News, challenging a ruling that upends the president's trade agenda, undoing many of the tariffs he imposed on imports from around the world. A White House spokesman is critical of unelected judges inserting themselves.
This decision by the Court of International Trade will block one of the president's most widely used executive actions of his second term. The three-judge panel says the president's actions do not fall under the Emergency Powers Act. The ruling could certainly further delay ongoing trade talks with countries like India, China, Japan.
Fox's Mark Meredith. Now, there's a positive reaction on Wall Street. Stock futures are surging, though the ruling does not affect the U.S. tariffs on steel and aluminum and foreign cars and auto parts the president also imposed. Elon Musk can spend more time at his companies like SpaceX and Tesla as he leaves Doge after a controversial time leading the Department of Government Efficiency, pushing for federal job cuts and hundreds of billions of dollars in spending cuts.
Musk announcing the move on X, saying, quote, "As my scheduled time as a special government employee comes to an end, I would like to thank President Donald Trump for the opportunity to reduce wasteful spending. The Doge mission will only strengthen over time as it becomes a way of life throughout the government."
Fox's Carly Shimkus. More foreign college students under scrutiny. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says they'll revoke the visas of some college or Chinese students, including those with ties to the Chinese Communist Party. Republican Senator John Kennedy tells Fox,
"I don't welcome international students who come here and threaten our national security."
China is calling the revoked visas political and discriminatory as Harvard takes the Trump administration to court with a hearing today.
Harvard's got to behave themselves. Harvard is treating our country with great disrespect.
The president's demanding a list of Harvard's foreign students and wants to block the university from accepting any more, accusing Harvard of allowing anti-Semitism to flourish on campus. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A convicted child molester is shot trying to attack a child. You have a clear radar and it's 54 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Your high today, 73. A dense fog advisory is in effect until 9. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02. A mother shot a convicted child molester who attacked her daughter in a hotel room last weekend, say police. It happened at the Baymont Inn on the city's west side. According to court documents, the woman left her daughter alone in the room with Bruce Pierce while she carried out luggage to the car. But when she returned, she told the cops that Pierce was on top of her girl, tearing her clothes off. Investigators say the mother pulled out a gun, shot Pierce multiple times. He was badly injured, taken to the hospital. He's in bad shape. A warrant has been issued for his arrest. Your safety where you work is important, says Indiana Congressman Frank Mervan, who says unions have made for better job safety.
But today, through the power of collective bargaining, our workforce has the ability to negotiate with management and enact workplace protections that say we value labor and we value safety.
But he says possible cuts to the Department of Labor could put job safety in jeopardy. He says he'll look for ways to make sure those cuts don't happen. Muncie's EMS chief has been suspended and charges have been filed against him in a domestic incident. Here's Chris Davis.
Charges against Muncie EMS Chief Wesley Miller include domestic battery in the presence of a minor under 16 and illegally entering a home. The incident was in Jay County, but Miller has been placed on administrative leave, says the city of Muncie. They want to ensure an impartial investigation. Court documents say Miller came into a house with a gun partially visible, tucked into his waistband, and that he had sent threatening texts before he got there. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Indiana Pacers can advance to the NBA Finals against the New York Knicks. All they need to do is win tonight at Madison Square Garden. It's a big ask, and the Knicks are favored by 5.5 points. We'll see what happens. Tip-off at 8 o'clock. I'm Ryan Hedrick. On the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Now through Monday, it's our tariff-free Made in the USA sale. Save 50% on Lazy Boy, Smith Brothers, and Flex Steel. Save up to $800 on mattresses, and we guarantee you the lowest price on Berlin Gardens and Pollywood Outdoor Furniture. Up to 4 years interest-free financing, extra discounts for cash, and free delivery. Sale ends Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
It's the Bash Sale, the biggest automotive sale in history. Your local Bill Estes dealerships are coming in hot with deals on trucks you don't want to miss. We have a huge selection of trucks at one easy online stop. Brand new Chevy, Ford, GMC, Jeep, Ram, and Toyota trucks with a massive pre-owned selection too. Plus, our fair and direct upfront pricing means what you see is what you pay. Shift into savings during the Bash Sale. Only at Bill Estes dealerships, and drive away in your dream truck today. Online at BillEstesTrucks.com.
We have a dense fog advisory until 9 o'clock this morning. That means if you get into that fog, please keep your low beams on and resist the temptation to go to your high beams. Yes. Could be especially prevalent in the rural counties. As we look at westbound 70, 12 minutes from State Road 9, Greenfield. Good morning, guys. Into 465 on the east side. No delays there. And 5 minutes to the north split as you continue on the westbound 70. Traffic sponsored by Rocket. Rocket.com is a single seamless home ownership platform to help you find, buy, sell, finance, and even refinance your home. Get started today at Rocket.com. Rocket. Own the dream. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, Tony. Good morning. Heard Matt mention the fog. That's going to hang around here for the next couple of hours in spots. So watch for some quickly changing visibilities throughout the morning here. That should lift by mid-morning. It actually should be a pretty nice day. Partly cloudy skies, warmer. Today's high 73. Tonight, isolated showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, a low down to 57. Friday, we'll have some rain in the morning, and then it's just going to be on and off showers and storms for your Friday, a high of 74. After that, weekend looks wonderful. Partly cloudy Saturday, 77. Sunday, mostly sunny with highs near 80.
So I've got all the things you need for fog, right? I've got, okay, of course, the classic. Actually, my gosh, why didn't it work? Oh, that's such a shame. First, I've got the classic.
Bad news. Fog is getting thicker.
And Leon's getting larger.
Right? That's the classic.
Very good.
And then I have the ever popular just foghorn.
Yep.
You're at the beach. There's the horn there, right?
Okay,
Sets the
yeah.
scene. Little Sally Mae left her friends on the beach to go for a walk and clear her head, wondering if Johnny will ever ask her on a date, and now she's going to end up dead. That's the scene right there.
There it is.
You know, I've got that. That's pretty well done. And then there's the ever popular.
There it is.
That's the Randy Ollis foghorn.
I was wondering when that was coming out. Yeah. Different levels of fog. I don't think we're at the Randy Ollis foghorn level yet, but yeah.
Are we a cruise ship foghorn?
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
That's good?
That's good.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
We've gone through all the levels of the Marcus Bailey foghorn chart. It's a 4 on the Bailey foghorn chart. That's what we're gonna call it, right?
The Randy Ollis is the extreme. That's when it gets real bad. Yeah.
Randy Ollis is bread and milk. Like that's how bad the fog is.
That's right. Yes, that's right.
Marcus, got to run. Marcus Bailey, thank you, man. Wish TV meteorologist. 55 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:09.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling, your independent American Standard air dealer.
So now we're negotiating on one big, beautiful bill. Elon Musk said he didn't like it. Is that what caused Trump to negotiate? Trump has now said he's not happy with every part of the bill. Things he likes, things he doesn't. The Senate has clearly stated we're not voting for this thing, even these tax cuts, if we don't have spending cuts. To which I could not be happier. because the spending cuts are where it's at. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. If it means going back to the drawing board, if it means reworking this, I am fantastic with that. No problem. Overjoyed and thrilled. There is a larger scale story in all of this, in where Trump has taken some hits. This is going to upset MAGAville to no ends, but that is not my concern. My concern is assessing the situation. Better off with Trump in office than whoever was running the country with Joe Biden in office every day of the week and twice on Sunday. And we are far safer with Trump in office than Kamala Harris in office. I regret nothing. But Trump has taken some losses on the tariff side, on the trade side, from the courts. He has taken some losses. Now, some of these are activist judges, and we should be clear about it. Some of these are about the powers of the presidency and Toto. And some of these have to do with allure. The aura, as the kids would say. Wall Street has removed some of the aura. Taco trade? Sorry, kids. That sticks. You know a good one when you hear a good one. That's a good one. What is taco trade? Oh, don't worry. I'll get to it. So much in the hopper, including these tariffs that are blocked by this court, what it means. And Marco Rubio revoking visas, which I could just not be more pleased. As I said, there are still good things happening. The right things happening. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick. A new manufacturing plant and jobs coming to Indianapolis at 632. Brought to you by the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA.
Have Indiana storms damaged your roof or siding? Cochran Exteriors is now offering free inspections to assess the condition of your home. From blown-offs to full replacements, Cochran Exteriors knows the insurance process and will make your home as good, as new, as fast as possible. Help your home find the fountain of roof. Trust the company that was here before the storm will be here long after for your free, no-obligation consultation. Scheduled today at CochranExteriors.com or call 317-ROOFING. That's 317-ROOFING. Cochran Exteriors, referred for a reason for over 15 years.
You may not have 1,000 horsepower, but you're always racing, whether it's to work, to pick something up, or drop someone off. So go the distance, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Shop any of Hubler's 13 locations or visit drivehubler.com and choose from over 2,000 vehicles. Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and many more. All makes, all models, certified vehicles, luxury vehicles, even the hard-to-find ones. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report.
'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
No matter where you're racing to, go the distance, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 locations.
Cover me!
Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 317-516-6861 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. 317-516-6861 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 317-516-6861 for fast, easy, affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinics treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 317-516-6861.
Make this your year. Looking for a new career in the high-demand fields of IT and cybersecurity? Attend classes live online or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. What are you doing?
Looking at I-65 Southside version where we have lane restrictions in both northbound and southbound directions from 465 to the south split. Okay, so you're going to have slowdowns as you go to work this morning. Inbound, right as you approach the south split. And evening rush, we'll worry about that later. Right now, inbound 69 looking good from State Road 37 to 465 on the northeast side. That's going to be 4 minutes. Traffic sponsored by Rocket. Rocket.com is a single, seamless home ownership platform to help you find, buy, sell, finance, and even refinance your home. Get started today at Rocket.com. Rocket, own the dream. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got ourselves 55 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in focus and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
It's JMV for Sundown Gardens and Miss M's Home and Garden. The Memorial Day sale is here. 20% off container trees and shrubs and 30% off pottery now through June the 1st. Finish off your yard and garden for the summer with annuals, perennials, and hanging baskets still in stock. And save 20% off container trees and shrubs and 30% off pottery at the Memorial Day sale at Sundown Gardens at 186 and Spring Mill Road in Westfield, and Miss M's Home and Garden on State Road 135 south of Whiteland Road in Bargersville.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
That he tried, and it failed miserably. And it's a mistake to focus narrowly on the stock market and its performance and whether or not it seems to be in an okay place. People lost their jobs. There were material consequences because of a severe disruption. I'm not sure what percentage. I'm not percentage. I'm not sure what percentage. We're talking numbers. Well, here's the question: what percentage of job loss is fine and okay when the president of the United States? You're making an argument.
This is the problem with being on these shows. You can't just say things and say, look at what an intellectual I am. You have to be able to back it up. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. You have to bring the data. You can't just say, because of tariffs, job losses. That is not going to work. This is CNN, the Abby Phillip show there. If you want to argue that the tariff concept failed miserably, you could say that it didn't work the way Trump wished it would work, which would have been immediate deals all across the board. But also, Trump's more patient than you are, and that's going to be his answer. You expected tariffs go in effect on a Tuesday. We have all the deals done by Wednesday. Tariffs are gone by Thursday. That's not the real world. That's not the way anything works. But even I will tell you that as a guy who is opposed to tariffs as policy, this has not gone the way Trump had wanted it to go. Not in the slightest. There's not been enough movement. Not by a long shot. Not by a long shot. But if you're going to scream job loss because of the tariffs and you say, I don't know what the percentages are, then what are you talking about? What's the point of this guy being on the show, of being doing he's a podcaster, of doing anything, a basis? There has to be some data to what it is you're talking about. Good Lord. That's just, I thought, a prime example of the kind of claptrap that passes as somehow news or intellect or entertainment when it's none of the three. But to the idea of tariffs, it's the Court of International Trade. It's a federal court. I know, it sounds weird, Court of International Trade. You're like, why do I care what's an international anything thinks of Trump and tariffs? No. This is a federal court. 3-judge panel in the U.S. Court of International Trade. They ruled that Congress did not delegate unbounded tariff authority to the president. At issue here is the International Emergency Economic Powers Act of 1977. You'll see it written places as the IEEPA. So Trump's argument is he can say, we've got ourselves an emergency and we need these tariffs. Now, the court has said an unlimited delegation of tariff authority would constitute an improper abdication of legislative power to another branch of government. Regardless of whether the court views the president's actions through the non-delegation doctrine, through the major questions doctrine, or simply with separation of powers in mind, any interpretation of IEEPA that delegates unlimited tariff authority is unconstitutional, which is really a conversation about where the power lies and what extenuating circumstances exist in order to be able to engage or invoke the power, which is this idea very often of emergency. For example, if we talk about the Alien Enemies Act of deportation, it's a discussion of a proclamation of an enemy incursion, predatory incursion, not necessarily an act of war. So who decides what is the incursion? I argue that what we see at the southern border is invasion as per Article 4, Section 4 of the Constitution. I always have. Of course it's an invasion. It has to be an army all in the same uniform? No. That's nutty. That is, to me, a surreal reading of what is happening. But others, those who wear robes, could see it differently than I do. But who makes that decision? The invasion should be decided by the executive branch because immigration policy is under their purview. I would argue that, or one could argue, that the president gets to decide what is an emergency that then allows for the tariffs. The court is saying that's an abdication of congressional responsibility. Anytime that comes up, I'm happy. In the same way I was happy with the overturning of Chevron deference. So Chevron deference was this idea that the agency class should be deferred to. It was Chevron versus the Natural Resources Defense Council. This goes back to 1984. That the courts and others should defer to the agencies because they have the expertise to understand the subject. So if they want to engage rules and regulations that have the full effect of law, they can because they understand the situation better. What that did was create the power of the agency class to where Congress really had no say, and we were now dealing with a fourth branch of government. So in the Loper-Bright decision, Loper-Bright Enterprises versus Raimondo, Gina Raimondo was the Secretary of Commerce under Joe Biden or whoever was running the country, actually. This came to an end, which is incredibly important, and it requires Congress to delegate to the agencies what they can and cannot handle, not giving them carte blanche. I was massively in favor of this decision. I find myself in the same place with the idea that if we're talking about an abdication of responsibility from Congress, I think we're better off making sure that responsibility stays with Congress. That means Congress can go about saying, hey, let's go add tariffs. Republicans control the House and the Senate, go to it. It's a much harder lift when you have a very slim majority in the House, and I don't think the Senate necessarily has the appetite for everything Trump has an appetite for. But this is a different decision and presentation than what we see from the activist judges regarding deportation, where they go by their feelings. This is about where the power lies. The deportations and those judges blocking them is about who thinks Trump should not have power. There's a difference in those two things. So that's the big story. The market, of course, is like, fantastic. Tariffs can't get implemented? Woohoo! Oh, they're super excited. Does this stop all tariffs? No, it does not. There are still things under the president's purview that can have this tariff, and a tariff is a tax, of course. So not everything is going away. It's just not. But this decision is one about where the power lies. And if you're going to say to me that this is for Congress, I will say to you, fine. Now tell Congress to enact some tariffs. Is it a loss for Trump? Sure. Sure, it's a loss for Trump here. He could say, hey, it's the courts. Don't blame me. I tried. He has the get out of jail free card on that one. His bigger problem is that his trade push has not worked the way he wanted, and Wall Street has decided that he can take some hits for it. Maybe the first time in his political career, a hit that's going to stick. I'll get to that story. Right now, Matt Baer has traffic.
South side northbound 65 slow after Raymond Street into the south split. That's because of construction. Everything going out to the airport, that's no problem right now. Westbound 70 looking good. From Meridian, Illinois, West Street out to Indianapolis International. Nothing slowing you down here at the moment. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146 and River Road, north at Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Baer on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel show, 3 o'clock this afternoon. It's 5 years since the riots in Indianapolis. FOP President Rick Snyder, IMPD Chief Chris Bailey, all scheduled to join us.
Hey, it's Rob for Universal Windows Direct, and May is officially the kickoff to home improvement season. And right now, during their home improvement season sale, you'll get an incredible 50% off your windows. Yes, half off. You heard right. You can upgrade your home with beautiful, energy-efficient windows for half the cost. But it gets even better. For a limited time, you'll get no interest and no payments for 12 months. That's a whole year to enjoy your new windows before you pay a single cent. And here's the cherry on top. You'll receive a free entry door with your window purchase. Now, some restrictions may apply, so to get all the information and schedule your free in-home estimate, call Universal Windows Direct today at 317-659-7574, 317-659-7574. Universal Windows Direct's home improvement season sale. Half off your windows, no interest, no payments for 12 months. 317-659-7574. Tell them Rob sent you.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Hey, this is Denny Smith for LD Smith Plumbing. Lance Smith joins me right now. No, we're not related, but I'd be proud to call him my son, my uncle, my cousin, whatever. Lance, welcome to the studio.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right, sump pumps, they're coming up. You guys, it's probably time to get your sump pump special. You brag on this every year.
Yep, it's a real deal. Free primary sump pump with the purchase of a battery backup system. Simple as that. No hidden labor fees or anything like that. 317-927-7186 or ldsmithplumbing.com.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Bluebell Groom's Cake Ice Cream is renewing its vows on the frozen aisle.
Milk chocolate ice cream with chocolate cake pieces, chocolate-coated strawberry hearts, swirls of strawberry sauce, and chocolate icing. See you at the reception.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell Ice Cream at your local grocer and pick up your favorite flavor today.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The mess the FBI director says he's trying to clean up. You have a clear radar and it's 54 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Your high today, 73. A dense fog advisory is in effect until 9. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 6:30.
Do you know how many copycats we've had to investigate as a result of that beachside venture from the former director?
That's FBI Director Kash Patel on Fox News last night, talking about former director James Comey's social media post, which showed seashells spelled out 8647, which President Trump says is secret calls to assassinate him.
Because everywhere across this country, people are popping up on social media and think that a threat to the life of the President of the United States is a joke, and they can do it because he did it.
And Comey was fired by Trump in May of 17 after serving as FBI director since September of 13. He was interviewed by Secret Service investigators the day after the post. Elon Musk is stepping away from his special role at the Department of Government Efficiencies. It turns out he's only allowed to work 130 days in a calendar year, and he's reached that limit.
The end of May marks 130 days since President Trump's inauguration 2.0. Now, on X, Musk said the Doge mission will only strengthen over time as it becomes a way of life throughout the government.
That's Fox's Kevin Corke reporting. Colts wide receiver coach Reggie Wayne says he's feeling the impact of losing Colts owner Jim Irsay.
He really gave the clothes off his back. I said, y'all don't really know him. And luckily, like all them dudes, they've just been here, right? So you don't know nothing else.
He added,
he cared about his team, cared about the city. And it wasn't just the players, he cared about people in the building.
And the Irsay family and the Colts are holding a private memorial for the late owner on Monday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. Jasper-based Kimball Electronics is planning to open a new manufacturing plant on the east side of Indianapolis that will focus on contract manufacturing for the medical industry. The new facility expected to create 345 jobs in its first 6 years of operation. Elkhart-based Surf Internet announced plans Wednesday to invest $25 million to expand its fiber optic network to Muncie and Yorktown. The internet service provider said the move will bring service to a total of 21,000 homes and businesses between the two municipalities. Construction on the expansion expected to begin later this year and continue in phases into 2026. News of the expansion comes 3 months after Surf Internet announced it had raised $175 million in new equity funding and secured an additional $100 million in debt financing to expand its network across the Great Lakes. Indiana libraries and museums stand to lose millions of dollars after a flurry of federal and state funding cuts in the first half of the year. In March, President Trump issued an executive order to eliminate 7 government agencies, including the Institute of Museum and Library Services. According to Indiana Library Federation President Julie Wendorf, the Indiana State Library is the main recipient of IMLS funding, about $3.5 million annually.
Public libraries in the state of Indiana don't receive direct dollars from IMLS. What they do receive is the services from the state library that are provided by that income that comes from the federal level. And those services include a lot of resource sharing that make Indiana libraries more efficient.
You're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress, from the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
Indiana's economy is on the move, and every region has a role to play. Join IBJ Media and Inside Indiana Business for the Innovate Indiana series, presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. We're traveling to 10 regions across the state to spotlight business growth, workforce development, innovation, and Indiana's tech hubs. Don't miss this front row look at Indiana's future and the growth opportunities in your region. Find out when we'll be in your area at ibj.com/innovate. Franklin College is extending the contract of President Carrie Prather through 2028. The college's Board of Trustees voted recently on the extension that gives Prather another 2 years at the helm of the school that he's been at for 4 decades. This is Gary Dick, 493 WIBC.
Yeah, dense fog advisory until 9 o'clock this morning. Okay, so watch out in the rural areas, especially northbound 65. A couple of slow spots, one before 465, one before the South Split. Construction delays is what we're seeing there. And everything coming into the North Split via westbound 70, no problems. As we approach the flyover ramp to northbound 65, everything moving up to speed there so far this morning. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
How much do you think a suite for the Pacers in the finals, if they go to the finals, and not to give it the Kaborka, or let's say any team, Midwest team in the NBA finals, what do you think a suite would go for there, Matt Bear?
Okay, and so the prices are going to be elevated because it's the playoffs.
Right.
Okay, $75.
Right.
$75.
You're not any help whatsoever.
Right, dude, I'll float you 20.
Nice.
I'll float you 20. Just give me back by the end of next week. That's all I'm asking.
All right. Otherwise, the big?
No, I'm not. No, I don't threaten people with money. Well, yeah, there might be a little interest in Curry, but, I'm just saying. Okay. If it could be next Friday, that'd be great.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm just curious, asking for a friend is what I'm doing.
It'd be a great time, man, if you can get a hold of it. It'd be a great time.
Just curious. 55 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:37. Sports! That's Ryan Hedrick.
Tony, good morning. The Indiana Pacers can clinch the Eastern Conference title tonight with a win over the New York Knicks and move on to the NBA Finals. Head coach Rick Carlisle says the team is still growing and making mistakes.
Yeah, we're still pretty young, so we're learning by, some of the experience that we're getting right now. We've got to stay in the moment. We've got to keep our eye on the ball and go day to day and moment to moment here.
All right, the Pacers are ahead 3 games to 1. Only 13 teams in NBA history have come back to win after being down 3-1 in the playoffs. Tonight's game tips at 8. Missing Caitlin Clark cost the Indiana Fever a win last night. 83-77 loss to the Washington Mystics. Here's head coach Stephanie White.
Not having any points in transition, is one that's obvious. I mean, Caitlin is really good at finding rim runners, getting the ball up the floor. That's one. We got to be better there.
Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or drexelin.com.
At Price Point Comfort, we're here to keep your home cozy and comfortable, and we'll always have your best interests at heart.
Just go to PricePointComfort.com. Price Point Comfort is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
So the Pacers play tonight, Game 5 in New York. Who knows how much garbage these people are going to throw? No, literal garbage. Used to be the city that never sleeps. Now it's a city that just whines and whines and whines. And it's not the New York of my youth, right? I didn't spend every waking hour in New York, but it's not the same feel. It's not the same anything. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. There was some guy, I guess he does a lot of streaming. It's not where I spend all my time, so I didn't know who he was. Look at what a clown Pat McAfee is because they gave the mic to McAfee game 4. And he's like, let's send these sons of bees back to New York. And I didn't catch the curse because the crowd was cheering too hard. He cursed after that. And this guy's like, what a clown Pat McAfee is. I don't agree with McAfee about everything. I think he has definitely made some mistakes. But clown, you really don't understand what's happening here, do you? Look, they have no celebrities in Indiana. We're fine, man. That's your thing. You measure yourself by whether or not Spike Lee is at a game. By the way, did anybody notice that Spike Lee was dressed exactly as the assistant manager at Hot Dog on a Stick? Am I really the only guy who caught this? Just want to see this team get to the finals because it's just going to be so good for the city. The money that's going to come in for the city, the hotels, the restaurants, the everything, and all the ancillary. It's so good. Great opportunity. Love it. The idea of an NBA Finals, the idea of the WNBA All-Star Game, this Fever Fest thing they're putting together, this whole concert at White River. This is just fantastic for the city. I wanted success in every way. A finals would be great, but, not going to one game at a time. I am curious what a Midwest NBA team suite would cost for a finals. I'm curious if anybody has that number. I would just like to know. I'm not saying I'm doing it. I'm just curious about what it would be. I am not curious about Angel Reese, nor the Chicago Sky, nor these allegations of racist behavior from Indiana Fever fans. The apology isn't big enough to the extent that there's any apology at all. The WNBA does its investigation because some ridiculous allegation was made. Maybe was it Angel Reese or was it the Sky or whomever? Racist things were said. Nothing was said. Nothing. It's an attack on us, and it has to stop. And I want to see the Fever be far louder on this. You should. For the sake of your players, really for the sake of the fans. Who what? They're going to get accused of everything every time Angel Reese walks in the door? By the way, the Reebok deal with Angel Reese, hey, if you could sell shoes, man, I'm not telling you no. But the logo? I don't. The logo is not there. It's not. The logo was made by a middle school. That's what it looks like. Actually, middle school might have put a little more thought into it. That's one man's take. You might sell 1 billion shoes for all I know. But we should demand more apologies. And the Fever and the Pacers organization should be far stronger on this. Don't let the fans get treated this way. Not by Angel Reese, not by anybody. It's just wrong. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Hammer and Nigel.
A good old-fashioned, God-fearing chopper presser, Nige. And for those who don't know what a chopper presser is, this is where Marine One is blaring in the background, and he's talking to the press, and they're all lined up, and nobody can hear anything.
You have to talk up. We have a helicopter. What'd you say? I don't hear you. We're competing with a helicopter. Say it.
Hammer and Nigel. Weekdays 3 till 7 on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Citizens, since we each upgraded to Xfinity in our homes, the Wi-Fi has been booming. It's fair to say our town has officially become a boomtown.
Mayor, will I be able to drop into multiplayer gaming battles with low lag?
The lag won't be an issue, but your questionable skills may be.
And what if I have hundreds of devices on the Wi-Fi? Purely hypothetical.
Seems like a lot, but sure, hundreds of devices all booming together with the Xfinity Gateway. Yes, friends and neighbors, with Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
The Wi-Fi isn't the only thing that's booming. Now get the most reliable Wi-Fi and our best-in-class equipment for one consistent price for 5 years guaranteed. All in. Plus, get unlimited data included and no annual contract. All with the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New residential customers only. Select plans only. Xfinity Gateway with XFi Complete required for unlimited data except in certain areas. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024. Actual speeds vary.
Hi, Jeff Roush for Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now,
get Lincoln's employee pricing on most all new Lincolns at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers. Get up to $20,000 off select 2024 Navigators, up to $8,000 off select 2024 Nautilus, or up to $7,000 off select 2024 Corsair at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP 105,575, Nautilus MSRP 6195, Corsair MSRP 47,820. Offers good through May 31st, 2025. Navigators excluded from employee pricing. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
The news everyone's talking about, you'll find it at WIBC.com. The latest from City Hall, the White House, or the State House. Updated all day. Don't miss what matters. Stay in the know while you're on the go at WIBC and WIBC.com.
Traffic on the fives, Matt Bear. What's happening?
Tony, where you look at the south side, in this construction zone of I-65 between the south split and 465. And right now we do have a slowdown Raymond Street into the south split. These lane restrictions, by the way, going on until late next year. Northbound 65 stop-and-go traffic because of the construction after Southport Road up to 465. And a crash on the south side. This is westbound 465 at Kentucky Avenue. The slow lane is blocked. Right lane and traffic stop and go back to Man Road a little bit beyond. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 55 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
Big Joe here for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, B&W HVAC Plumbing and Electrical.
Summer heat is coming. Will your air conditioner be ready? Don't risk an expensive breakdown. A quick tune-up from B&W catches problems early and keeps your family cool and comfortable. Join thousands of Hoosiers who trust B&W. Call 317-214-0108 or go to bplusw.com today.
B&W HVAC Plumbing and Electrical, your American Standard dealer since 1961.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Tune in Saturdays 9 to 1 for the Home and Garden Show for advice and fun. Brought to you by Michaelis. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
When you golf in Missouri, the courses are so close, you'll spend more time on the fairway than the freeway. After the back nine, enjoy world-class dining and distilleries, shops, spas, museums, and more. Find your new golf MO at visitmo.com. The deals and specials are sizzling hot. It's the Central Indiana Gun and Knife Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Stoutfield National Guard Armory on West Minnesota Street. The best dealers in the region, hundreds of tables, just $6 for adults, kids 12 and under free. Must be 18 or accompanied by an adult. Buy, sell, trade this Saturday 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Stoutfield National Guard Armory. For more info, visit centralindianagunshows.com.
The live stream is happening over there on the YouTubes, also on the Twitter X. Just search for WIBC and you'll be able to follow along. And yes, I'm wearing pants, which would never be a concern with me. I would never show up on video without wearing pants. Tony Katz. That's me, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. I'm in the middle of a series of things that I want to get to, including we've got the big fundraiser on June 26th. That for HVAF, Helping Veterans and Families, so for American veterans and Israeli veterans, that's taking place at Hotel Tango Distillery. That's June 26th. You can follow me on the Twitter X, and you can get all the information and get your ticket before they're sold out. Yes, we have people who are very angry that we support veterans in general, They hate America, they hate Israel, and those people can kiss off. We're doing this anyway. All the threats mean nothing. This event's happening. June 26th. I will be there. I will be your MC, your host. Fantastic silent auction. We're going to try some great bourbons from Hotel Tango. I look forward to, by the way, some other announcements from them. I got to pay them a visit next week. That's happening. And you guys know I do the work with Flederman Von Riest, which watches assembled right here in Indiana. Von Riest, Rieste, vonriest.com. And we've got some very cool things happening, and I'll be able to tell you where you can get this Indiana assembled watch. The graduation gift, the Father's Day gift. I mean, you go to PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse. They're the authorized dealer there, PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse in Brownsburg. But I've got some opportunities coming up in June. Father's Day, graduation gift, the perfect gift, the one and done. It's going to last. Fantastic. But that's not the story I get to. The story I get to right now is about Skittles.
No, God!
Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this either.
No, God,
listen,
please, no!
Just wait.
No!
Hold on. Wait till I finish the whole thing. And you got to learn to control yourself. Skittles is changing. Skittles, because of the MAHA movement, Make America Healthy Again, they are dropping the titanium dioxide additive. That's right. Titanium dioxide. Yeah, I don't want to eat that either. And so Eloise, if you don't know Eloise, by the way, she's in the chat room. Eloise has been a part of this show for years. She lives in Buffalo. And she has been listening to the show from Buffalo. I don't know. It's been 8 years, 9 years. She has swung by before in her travels, the whole thing. So she sends me this article, as she does from time to time. She's like, "So now are you going to change your mind on Skittles?" And the answer is, if I did that, wouldn't I be a phony?
You're a phony. Hey, this guy's a great big phony.
Skittles remain disgusting. Skittles are awful and terrible. They are not candy. They are a mistake. When you reach in and grab yourself a handful of candies that are multicolored like that, little candies with all the different colors, you think you're getting M&Ms, and you take that bite, and the next thing you know, you get this fruit, sugar, garbage crap all over your tongue, and you can't spit it out fast enough. I'm assuming that's what happens in the same way when you kiss Joy Behar. Just, and you just try and get it out as quickly as humanly possible. That is Skittles. No, I'm not gonna eat these things. The titanium dioxide was probably the best part of the Skittle. Not having it. Not doing it. No, thank you. The only thing worse than the Skittle, as everybody knows, is the Tootsie Roll, which we refer to here affectionately as Devil Scat. Tootsie Rolls are disgusting. Tootsie Rolls are wrong. If you give Tootsie Rolls out for Halloween, you're terrible. Look, I don't mean to get biblical on y'all, but if you hand out Tootsie Rolls, chances are you're going to hell. That is just what Scripture teaches us. And so I'm just trying to help you be more in tune with the ways of the Lord. Thank you. Thank you very much. But what's interesting, you've got, was it Shake Shack or was it Steak and Shake? I think it was Steak and Shake that decided they were going to do their fries in beef tallow. And now you've got this. Certainly you have the FDA making moves on additives. This stuff is a huge win, not just for Trump administration. Like this is something that the Trump team didn't actually expect. But when they were able to bring RFK in and they got this ad, they're like, okay, this might be helpful. I don't think they saw this. But they certainly know how to ride this. All success. Parents feeling that finally they're getting some help in creating a better life for their kids. That is a really good connection piece and can't be denied. We'll see what other kind of moves they make. But companies are coming along and saying, okay, we'll no longer do this, we'll no longer do that. So a win. Now, if the Department of Health and Human Services was serious, they would eliminate Skittles altogether. And Tootsie Rolls. And also capers. That one's like the most controversial of all, I guess. Matt Bear has traffic. What's up, Matthew?
All right, looking at a crash on the south side. It is westbound 465 at Kentucky Avenue. Right lane closed. Traffic backed up to the White River for a 4-minute delay. Construction delay south side, northbound 65 Southport Road up to 465 again. From Raymond into the South Split. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear at WIBC Traffic.
You may not have 1,000 horsepower, but you're always racing, whether it's to work, to pick something up, or drop someone off. So go the distance, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Shop any of Hubler's 13 locations or visit drivehubler.com and choose from over 2,000 vehicles. Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and many more. All makes, all models, certified vehicles, luxury vehicles, even the hard-to-find ones. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report.
'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
No matter where you're racing to, go the distance, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 locations.
Cover me!
Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 317-516-6861 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. 317-516-6861 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 317-516-6861 for fast, easy, affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinics treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 317-516-6861.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text PACK to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text PEC to 321-321. That's PACK to 321-321.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Kirby Heating and Air Conditioning. Owner Robert Kirby loves the American Standard brand because the dealers actually have a say in how things are built.
We've been to the factory and actually on the assembly line, they're asking, is there anything that we could change with the product or anything that you think would better the product? And they actually take your input on the line. So I've seen some improvements from just our input.
See the American Standard quality for yourself at KirbyHeating.com. Kirby Heating and Air Conditioning is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's It's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event. Up to 50% off, plus free home delivery. Limited time, exclusively to Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, a woman whose sister was murdered is talking about a new law to help protect domestic violence survivors. The Pacers are one win away from a trip to the NBA Finals, and what the Colts are saying about the late Jim Irsay. Those stories after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 7 o'clock.
It's going over well on Wall Street for now. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Rising stock futures suggest gains after a federal court upended President Trump's trade policies, blocking many of his tariffs on foreign imports. The administration's vowing to appeal.
The rulings could certainly further delay ongoing trade talks with countries like India, China, Japan. The White House says, guys, it will appeal. We heard from a spokesperson overnight who told Fox it is not for unelected judges to decide how to properly address a national emergency. President Trump pledged to put America first, and the administration is committed to using every lever of executive power to address this crisis and restore American greatness.
Fox's Mark Meredith. U.S. Court of International Trade ruled the president exceeded his authority, invoking tariffs on many countries. The ruling, though, does not affect U.S. tariffs on aluminum, steel, and foreign cars and auto parts still in place. Some Fordham students won't be studying here anymore.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the State Department will be working with Homeland Security to revoke visas for Chinese students, including those connected to the Chinese Communist Party or studying in critical fields.
Fox's Jill Nato. China calls that discriminatory. There's a hearing today on Harvard's legal challenge to the Trump administration's attempt to block the university from enrolling new international students amid allegations of anti-Semitism on campus threatening Jewish students. Now, Israel is expanding in the West Bank, planning to establish 22 new Jewish settlements there while also still waging war in Gaza, where Palestinians say airstrikes killed another 13 people as ceasefire talks continue.
The Jerusalem Post quotes a source saying U.S. Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff has sent Hamas and Israel a modified ceasefire plan. The proposal would see 10 living hostages released in 2 stages, along with the bodies of 18 others.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. Elon Musk is on his way out of Doge after a controversial time leading the Department of Government Efficiency. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Stopping people who commit violence against their partners. Your radar is clear in downtown Indianapolis, where it's 54 degrees. Your high today is 73. A dense fog advisory is in effect until 9. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 7:02.
My sister only felt safe when he was in jail, and I don't want any family or any woman or man to go through what we had to go through with her.
That's Michelle Hennessy speaking with Wish TV on Thursday. She was at the State House for a ceremonial bill signing with Governor Mike Braun. One of the bills allows courts to require ankle monitors as a condition of bail for people charged with domestic violence. Hennessy's sister was murdered a week before Christmas in 23 when her ex-husband broke into her home and killed her.
They just need some kind of warning. They need some kind of protection.
Another bill the governor just signed kicks in July 1st. It stops charitable bail groups from posting bail for people charged with violent crime. You may remember that's what happened with Black Lives Matter and their protesters years ago. Colts wide receiver Reggie Wayne, or Colts wide receiver coach Reggie Wayne, and former wide receiver, says the loss of their team owner Jim Irsay is hitting him hard.
He really gave the clothes off his back. I said, y'all don't really know him. And luckily, like all them dudes, they've just been here, right? So you don't know nothing else.
The Irsay family and the Colts are holding a private memorial service for their late owner and CEO. On Monday, it'll take place at 2 p.m. at St. Luke's United Methodist Church here in Indianapolis. Tonight is Game 5 and a chance for the Indiana Pacers to slam the door on the New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals.
You got to be ready to go for Game 5 because, their backs are against the wall.
They're going to play as desperate as they can, as they should. You know, they're going to come out and throw a punch and throw more punches, and we just got to be able to respond to those.
And Tyrese Halliburton is riding the momentum of a Game 4 triple-double as Indiana eyes its first NBA Finals trip in nearly 3 decades. Tip-off at Madison Square Garden at 8 o'clock. Some federal agencies that regulate work safety may be losing some money, and one Indiana congressman says that can't happen. Here's Chris Davis.
It's about keeping workers safe, says Congressman Frank Mervan.
As a federal legislator, I am committed to building on the progress, and I'm very concerned about the proposals to cut back the ability of the Department of Labor to implement federal workplace protections.
Mervan, who represents Northwest Indiana as a Democrat in D.C., making those remarks on the U.S. House floor, saying he will do his best to make sure OSHA and the National Labor Relations Board have the money and resources they need to operate. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:05, traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at the south side crash, westbound 465 at Kentucky Avenue, blocking the right lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to I-69, delayed at 5 minutes. Also, northbound 65 slow because of construction, Southport Road up to Thompson Road. Northbound 65 slowing down again from Keystone Avenue up to the south split. Traffic sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. They've teamed up with the Indiana Fever and Common Threads to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies Incorporated. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's happening?
Hey, good morning. Well, we've got some areas of fog out there, so use caution. Don't forget to use those low beams and give yourself some extra time. A little bit locally dense around Marion County and areas north where we do have that dense fog advisory until 9 o'clock. I think later this afternoon we'll look for sunshine, partly cloudy skies, highs near 73. Some more showers and maybe even an isolated thunderstorm develop later tonight, with lows near 57. Mainly cloudy skies on Friday. Some scattered showers and thunderstorms possible with highs near 74. And then into the 70s, flirting with 80 for both Saturday and Sunday. Dry conditions for the weekend with some sunshine.
That's it?
Yeah. What do you want? How about 80s
sometimes,
next week?
You go on and on and on and on, and sometimes you got nothing.
Yeah. I like to change it up a bit. Keep you on your toes.
Okay. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Here, by the way, here is on my toes. I'm in the chat room there as we live stream, and someone is talking about wanting to move, and so I go to realtor.com because I do enjoy that stuff. And I was like, all right, here's a couple of things. And she writes me back. She goes, you know I'm a realtor, right? That's
great.
That's your humbling moment of the day. So yeah, you being curt and short and to the point, and then being, just lambasted by your own chat room. It's a
great.
banner. It's a banner day for Katz.
Happy Thursday to you. Yes.
Yeah. And it's about to get very rough around here for Diego Morales. But I'm not gonna share that with you right now. But you may want to tune in. Tune into that. Right.
Yeah, I'll get on the chatty chat. Can I find that on the Twitter X?
On the Twitter X or on the YouTubes? Just search for 93 WIBC and you can get in there.
On the YouTubes.
Yeah, you can get right in there.
Nice.
All right. I'm going to go right now.
All right. Okay, have a good day.
All right, talk to you later. It's Tara Hastings. I think she might like me. I still don't know. Jury is so out. 55 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:08.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling, your independent American Standard air dealer.
So we've now reached the stage where it's unquestionable that The Indiana Secretary of State, Diego Morales, and his entire staff don't care about anything except Diego Morales. I am convinced that what we are in right about now is a cult. And if anybody in Diego Morales' staff has an issue with this, well, I offered an hour with Diego Morales. He wants to talk about things. We're going to talk about everything. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. See, I thought he was in Turkey. My mistake. He's in Hungary. What is the Secretary of State for Indiana doing in Hungary? What is going on with these conversations? Is he working trade deals? What exactly is happening, and how is he getting to these places? How did he get to Indiana? How did he get to Hungary? Who pays for these trips? I don't think that's an outrageous question. That is a standard question, a basic, everyday question. Why is it so hard to get an answer from his office? Why is it so impossible? Thus, I say to you, man, it sure as heck looks like a cult. When I offer up an hour, take the hour. Let's go. Let's chat. You don't want to chat with me? Who do you want to talk to? You want to talk to the newsroom for an hour? I'll set that up. But when you've got a guy traveling this level of international and you can't get an answer as to why, they refuse to answer, what the people will say immediately is, man, that's shady. Is what is. He's shady. I don't want him to be seen like that. He shouldn't want to be seen like that. But maybe more to the point, why in the world does his staff want him to be seen like that? What value is there to this? Why won't his office give specifics? I've got the Indy Star writing about this now. What happens when I'm on the same page with the Indy Star? What happens at that moment? Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. You don't believe me?
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Yeah. Why are you people so weird? Why is it that you think you don't have to respond? Why is this silence? And can I ask why the governor isn't asking this question, being more public about it? It's weird. It's weird. It's none of our business. Why are you paying attention? It's much ado about nothing. Oh, it's just some radio hosts? I mean, is this the position of the governor or the lieutenant governor? Just for the sake of clarity. I don't think I have a good relationship with the lieutenant governor at all. I don't think, I think that he's been on the show twice, and I think it's been two very poor appearances, right? I think he takes hits for no reason, and I think he's had poor appearances on the show. I don't think we have a great relationship. I don't think I have a bad relationship with Governor Braun at all. But is this going to be the answer? Oh, you're just asking because it's radio fodder. If that's the response, you can give it, but I want to hear it. So then I can give you the response. Where is the Secretary of State? And why would any Republican think that this is a guy you should bring back for re-election? Well, he visits all 92 counties. So what? You telling me that people in the North and the South, there are people in Johnson County here in the Central who are just mesmerized by this joyful Svengali? I don't buy into that. I don't buy it. And I don't buy this idea that somehow we don't get to know. What's he doing in Hungary? Is he actually negotiating deals? Who gave him this power? And who took him to Hungary? And who took him to India? Just answer the questions. Now, please. Because this weird cult thing you have is getting weirder by the second. I'm Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning.
You know that feeling of a fresh, clean home? This is Denny Smith for Zero Res, and I want you to think about everything that's always left behind in and on your floors. Dirt and dust, allergens, pet dander, maybe even some mystery stains. Well, it's time to get Zero Resified. Zero Res can clean virtually any surface in your home, and for a limited time, get 3 rooms of carpet cleaning starting at just $129 and take $75 off air duct cleaning. That's real savings on a deep clean. And remember, Zero Res's patented ZR water cleans with no soaps, no residue, no harsh chemicals. It's clean, safe, and effective. Don't risk it with the other guys, and don't do it yourself with your carpet cleaning. It will end up soaked for days and actually do more damage than good. Keep the mud outside and not under your carpets. Just call Zero Res and mention WIBC to get 3 rooms cleaned starting at just $129 plus $75 off air duct cleaning. 317-388-5141. ZeroResIndy.com.
Traffic and Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
Southside crash. Westbound 465 at Kentucky Avenue. It blocks the right lane, slows traffic. Back to I-69. Delayed time of 5 minutes. Looking at southbound Capitol Avenue. Still shut down from 16th to 15th because they're building that big brand new hospital. It's huge. About Capitol Avenue, the closure has been extended to Monday, June 23rd, so that's tough on the inbound commute. Also, northbound 65 on the south side, more construction. Stop and go after Southport Road to 465. And again, from Raymond into the South Split. Traffic sponsored by Speedway. Stop at Speedway and grab any size big gulp for just 89 cents with Speedy Rewards. Summer is calling. Valid through 6/24/25. See app for full terms. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
This is Indy.
Ready? Here comes Alex Perot.
Ready for next May?
Start your engine.
Race to Renew is on. Indy 500 ticket renewals are open for the next 500 hours. Lock in your current seats by June 16th and secure the lowest prices. And be first in line for upgrades.
Details at IMS.com.
Passion and drama.
Debris everywhere.
History and tradition.
Showtime is now.
This is Indy, where heroes become legends.
Alex Perot wins the 109 Indianapolis 500.
And legends become legendary.
You've set your financial goals. One kid plans to go Big Ten, the other Ivy. Your bucket list includes seaside sunrises and sunsets on the slopes, or perhaps a second home away from it all. Busey Bank can help develop the right investment strategy to take charge of the years ahead. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in focus and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
Many nonprofits struggle with staffing issues. But through the Senior Community Service Employment Program, or CSEP, 501(c)(3)s with limited budgets can get cost-free supplemental employees while helping train people 55 and over for a new career. Trainees are motivated, reliable employees, and their wages are completely covered by the Indiana Department of Workforce Development. To learn more, go to backtowork.dwd.in.gov. That's backtowork.dwd.in.gov.
The Popcorn Moment is brought to you by Booher Remodeling. BOOHER. BooherRemodeling.com. You've got a kitchen, you've got a bathroom, you've got the basement. If it's in your 4 walls, Booher Remodeling is the one and only phone call to make, to take ideas and turn them into reality. The craftsmen they have who are part of that group, we're not talking about people who just come and go. We're talking about people who have been with Booher Remodeling for decades, providing the highest quality service. That's what they do at Boer Remodeling. Deliver quality work on time with a service-oriented attitude. You can talk about creating an open floor plan with a beautiful new island for your kitchen, plenty of seating. Have that bathroom give you that spa-like feel. Take that basement, and instead of being this dumping spot, it becomes part of the house as a new home theater. Boer Remodeling, their 5-step process from the consultation to that final bit of construction means you get exactly what you wanted as you wanted it. You should talk to Boer Remodeling today, immediately, if not sooner. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Boer Remodeling. 852-5546 or online at Boer. BOOHER. BoerRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn. Because there is more. Oh, I am loaded for bear on audio, and there's so much stuff from just the past couple of days that I have not been getting into. But there's Cory Booker. The senator from New Jersey just got a book deal for doing a 25-hour filibuster. For 25 hours, Cory Booker spoke in the well of the Senate and said nothing. He did nothing. It changed nothing. But he did get a book deal out of it. Now, I said he was running for president. That was the reason for this filibuster. Didn't stop any legislation or anything else like that. Of course, it was about running for president, and books do that. He is now turning it into a book. It's called Stand. Be published in November of 2025. Expands on Booker's speech and offers a compelling vision for the futures to readers who are eager to make a difference. Okay. Sure. Fantastic. He goes on to Jimmy Kimmel's show, which is where you go when you never want to have a substantive conversation. And, well, does what these guys do. Insult everybody who disagrees with them. Oh, the cheering. Oh, they love the Cory Booker. As you know, they're just super crazy about the Cory Booker. They're told to cheer, and they do, like lemmings.
I want to thank you. I don't know if you know this. My family moved out here right after the war, World War II. My mom was raised out here. Oh. And they tell these stories. It was a really tough time in the black community, and nationally, horrific things were happening, from church bombings to assassinations. But here in L.A., it was black artists at that time that sustained that community. Comedians from Richard Pryor to Red Fox who helped to heal and turn the absurdities of the time into not just laughter, but really helping them deal with the anguish. And we're in that time and now. There's a reason why authoritarian leaders attack artists, because they're so powerful. And we are in one of these moral moments again. And a lot of people tune in now, not just to laugh, but actually to have someone who can help them address what's going on, feel a part of a larger family. And actually,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's really important. And I'll tell you,
every single comics podcast that anybody is talking about leans politically right. Does Cory Booker feel the same way about Bill Maher when he says the left has lost their mind? Does he feel the same way about Rogan, the largest podcast in the world? Does he feel the same way about Schultz or Kircher or Segura or anybody else? No? Yes? Maybe? Good Lord. Now, everything I've ever heard about Jimmy Kimmel as a comic or helping comics, comedy club, etc., has always been actually very positive. Helping guys get their start, et cetera, et cetera. I'll appreciate that. I don't play in that world. I'll accept that has happened, and he's helped people with their careers. Good on him for that. Not good on him for taking talking points from Chuck Schumer. Not good on him for saying that half the country isn't worth entertaining. But what a thing. The authoritarians. If Cory Booker had his way, people who made jokes that he didn't like wouldn't be allowed to do their shows. What do you think cancel culture was? What authoritarians are you talking about, Senator Booker? Because it seems that one would have to look into a mirror if they were you to see them. They just... Also, if you want to talk about cultural touchstones, I was going to say they just make it up as they go along. But you want to compare what Jimmy Kimmel does today to the breakthrough stuff of Richard Pryor and Red Fox and what they endured, what they were trying to put out there as a message? How they crossed the divide and reached everyone? Are you insane? Do you know what an insult it is to the idea, to the legacy of Pryor and Red Fox to put Jimmy Kimmel in that mix? Sorry, that's nuts. Of course I can say that. Anybody with a rational mind can say that. But these lefties will just say anything. Anytime, any place, anywhere, they'll just say anything. And once you give it a little bit of scrutiny, it all falls apart. Ridiculous. But just like his 25-hour filibuster, a lot of words, saying nothing, and changing nothing. I think if you're going to say something, it should actually change things, which is probably why I'm terrible at small talk, and I'm terrible at being a bro. I want to say things that matter, or at least make someone laugh. That's all. Good God. Cory Booker never met the sound of his own voice he didn't like. Matt Bear's got traffic on the 5s. What's up, boo-boo?
Southside crash, westbound 465 at Kentucky Avenue. Right lane is blocked. Traffic stop and go back to the White River. And then northbound 65 stop and go traffic Southport Road to 465 because of construction. We slow again from South Keystone Avenue up to the South Split because of that construction zone. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146 and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel show, 3 o'clock this afternoon. It's 5 years since the riots in Indianapolis. FOP President Rick Snyder, IMPD Chief Chris Bailey, all scheduled to join us.
Guys, it's your money. I don't know why you're not getting it. I mean, it's right there waiting for you. All you have to do is go to indianaunclaimed.gov. All you have to do is text my name, Tony, Tony, to 46220 and search for your unclaimed property. We're not talking about real estate. We're not talking about cars, storage facilities. No. We're talking about dollars. It's a financial asset that has had no activity over an extended period of time. An employer was sending you a final paycheck. You were getting a refund from somewhere, a dividend from a stock that your great Aunt Sally left you and you don't remember that you even have. Yeah. It's all there waiting for you. The Attorney General has these dollars, and now they can be yours. Just go to indianaunclaimed.gov and claim your cash. Put in some basic information. It's free, easy to use. The next thing you know, a check will show up, and you'll be like, hey, look at that. Free money. But it's not free. It's yours. So go get your cash. Text my name, Tony, to 46220 or go online to indianaunclaimed.gov. indianaunclaimed.gov. Go get your cash.
You may not have 1,000 horsepower, but you're always racing, whether it's to work, to pick something up, or drop someone off. So go the distance, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Shop any of Hubler's 13 locations or visit drivehubler.com and choose from over 2,000 vehicles. Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and many more. All makes, all models, certified vehicles, luxury vehicles, even the hard-to-find ones. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report.
'Cause Hubler
Hubler's got you covered. No matter where you're racing to, go the distance, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 locations. Cover me! Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Reinhardt Heating and Cooling. Owner Danny Reinhardt says putting his kids in charge of more of the day-to-day operations of the business was the plan all along.
It makes me really proud that I know that I can turn it over to my family and they can take care of things, and I've got all the confidence in the world in them. And that's the legacy I'm proud to leave.
A great family-owned business, Reinhardt Heating and Cooling, 317-745-4526. Reinhardt's your trusted local independent American Standard dealer.
At the IHSAA, we love when student athletes understand the real purpose of playing high school sports, like McKenna Cruz from Greenwood Community High School.
I love competing for my high school, but I don't play for accolades, records, or to earn college scholarships. For me, it's about more than winning, playing time, or trophies. I play high school sports because they help me grow alongside my friends, develop character and integrity, and learn life lessons I'll carry with me forever. Soccer reminds me of the power of teamwork and how we can help each other succeed. Track teaches me to focus on the things I can control and not worry about outside noise. High school sports show me the value of discipline, grit, and representing my community with dignity. They prepare me for life, and that's why I play.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support student athletes like McKenna by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is being a champion of high school sports. This is empowering student athletes. This is your IHSAA.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors. For 1951 cabinetry, visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or drexelin.com.
At Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling, our mission is to provide honest assessments and recommendations. We promise you'll never be sold something you don't need.
PricePointComfort.com. They are your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air dealer.
When you wake up, you understand this is about money. 1,000%. They started this.
When you work,
as long as the category was all Bruce Springsteen all the time.
I told you I think I could win a game of Jeopardy. I could not go on a run.
when you drive home.
Is it time to try something new, you think? Because it hasn't worked, and maybe try something new.
Traffic when you need it.
Stopped on 465 again. And
updates all the time.
I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go.
Stay in the know wherever you go with 93 WIBC. 93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
He says judges are getting in the way of progress. Your radar is clear and it's 55 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. We're going up to 73 today. We have a dense fog advisory in effect for the next 90 minutes. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 7:31.
You mean that a federal judge has intervened with the other two branches' ability to make policy? I'm shocked. That hasn't happened since yesterday.
That's Louisiana Republican Senator John Kennedy speaking with Fox News. A federal court blocking President Trump from setting reciprocal tariffs against most of the country's trading partners. With more on this story, here's Fox's Mark Meredith.
The White House says it will appeal. We heard from a spokesperson overnight who told Fox it is not for unelected judges to decide how to properly address a national emergency. President Trump pledged to put America first, and the administration is committed to using every lever of executive power to address this crisis and restore American greatness.
Federal judges keep running interference on many of Trump's executive actions, including his immigration actions. A Gary man getting life in prison. Jarrett Lewis has that story.
Following a 6-day trial, a jury found 29-year-old Devontae Hodge guilty of conspiracy to distribute and possess with intent to distribute controlled substances and using a firearm to commit murder. The latter charge was enough to put him in prison for life. He got an additional 480 months for the drug conspiracy charges. Court documents show that Hodge and others would sell cocaine from a residence in Gary in 2016. That October, Hodge shot and killed someone sitting in a car who he thought was cooperating with law enforcement. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A convicted child molester is shot while attacking a child, and the mother's the person who shot him. It happened last week at the Baymont Inn on the city's west side. Court documents say the Indianapolis woman left her daughter alone in the room with Bruce Pierce while she brought luggage to the car. When she returned, she told the cops that Pierce was on top of the girl, tearing her clothes off. Investigators say the mother pulled out a gun, shot Pierce multiple times. He's badly injured. He may not make it. A warrant has been issued for his arrest. Passengers aboard a Delta flight found themselves delayed for a very unusual reason.
Some passengers may have been using foul language after a pair of pigeons caused their Delta flight from Minneapolis to Madison, Wisconsin to be delayed for nearly an hour. Sound courtesy of Tom Caw and TMX as the birds ruffled feathers on board the plane and left many passengers chirping. A member of the Delta ground crew helped capture the first pigeon flapping around the cabin while a passenger caught the second in his coat.
And that's Fox News reporter Tom Graham. Sports on WIBC, brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. Game 5 tonight in New York. The Indiana Pacers will try to slam the door shut on the New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals so that they can move on to the NBA Finals to take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Tyrese Halliburton, fresh off a career game, says he is ready and waiting.
We're building something special here. We're having a lot of fun with what we're doing. I'm at the forefront of that along with, a lot of these guys. So I'm just trying to play the right way. Man, I feel like there's so many different opportunities for me to get better and for us as a group to get better and play better.
And tonight's game starts at 8. Listen to Pacers coverage starting at 7:30 over on 107.5 The Fan. In Baltimore last night,
I think this was a kind of gut punch for us. We're going to come back tomorrow, practice, more focus, more energy.
That's Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham talking about an 83-77 loss to the Washington Mystics. The team played without Caitlin Clark.
So we need to be physical. When people are physical with us, we kind of bounce back a little bit, and we can't do that. And I know that's not in our DNA, and I think you said it just perfectly. Kind of getting punched in the mouth early is kind of humbling, and that's what we needed.
It could be a long stretch for the Fever. Caitlin Clark will be out for at least 2 weeks. I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:35, traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
All right, Ryan. Southside westbound 465 and Kentucky Avenue blocking the right shoulder, slowing traffic back to I-69. Southside construction, northbound 65, stop and go traffic from Stop 11 Road up to 465 and northbound 65 stop and go after South Keystone Avenue into the South Split. Southbound 6570 also getting bitten by the construction here as we are stop and go from Michigan Street into the South Split. All this because of the I-65 travel lane addition that they're doing from 465 to the South Split, and that's going on until late next year. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
Whenever I'm out wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace, I love lamp. I love lamp. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. During downtime, I'm clearing my head. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace, the Marketplace, brought to you by the good people over there at IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your cash. Go get it. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Fast, easy, free to use. Your money is waiting for you, and it is actually your money. Find out everything at IndianaUnclaimed.gov. The marketplace has odd stuff, strange stuff, weird stuff, all sorts of stuff. I bought, I have sold. It's a crazy place, but I like capitalism. When I say I like capitalism, it's because capitalism is good, and socialism and communism suck. I'll get into a story about that in a little bit. But people are selling their wares, Matt Bear. Matt Bear joins us right now from the WIBC Traffic Center. Producer Carl is there on the live stream as well. And Matt Bear, this is a lamp.
That's no lamp.
That's a lamp. I have it there. If you follow me on Twitter X, you can see it. This is an oversized spark plug lamp.
Oh, okay. Now I see it. Okay, now that you told me what it was, yeah.
Oh,
all right.
oh, you looked at it and you were like, "Wait, is that ribbed?" And I'm like, "Listen,
ribbed for light's pleasure." You know,
that is a lamp, and here's how it is described:
third date material here.
You can own an oversized spark plug lamp. It actually looks like a spark plug. It says Champion on it.
Phrasing.
I don't know if they're trademark infringing. It's not my problem. Great for mechanics who pride themselves with their trade. Perfect nightlight or ambient light. Uses ultra bright LEDs. First of all, if it's ultra bright LEDs, it's not ambient light, nor is it a nightlight. So right there, we got a false advertising issue, Matt Bear. I need you to hit these people with a lawsuit.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. It's a spark plug lamp. Is basically, it does have the cord. I mean, it's I guess you could use it for an end table, like they said. Maybe a nightlight. Maybe if you get the bulb light. I don't know. If you display this in public, you're going to jail. That's all I know.
It uses, settle down, ultra bright LEDs that can be controlled with a remote or by your phone. Over 16 million colors to choose from, Matt Bear. What color would you choose
I
for
would
your
choose
ambient spark plug light?
Rose gold is a good one. It's beautiful.
Ooh. Yeah. By the way, I'm a huge fan of rose gold.
Oh, it's my favorite. Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's like the sun.
Omega makes a watch called the Aquaterra, which can be done in what they refer to as something called the Sedna Gold, which I love. I absolutely love. Not as much as my Flederman Von Riest watches, but still. I love that watch. Here's what's interesting. These are made on a 3D printer and assembled by hand, so the price is firm. What is that price, Matt Bear?
$120, I'm guessing.
$88.
Still too much. My Lord.
Hold on.
Pirates.
Whoa. Wait till you see this.
Communists.
I am offering a quality product, not a charity handout. Boom! Don't tell me it's too much. I know what I have. Don't lowball me. I know what I've got.
I'm Mr. Happy Lamp Seller, and I'm gonna not negotiate my prices. No, for whatever. Listen, I plug this thing in, and I mean it's cool. It has its own kind of a artisan type of vibe and everything, but $88 just seems like too much. I don't know.
What's even more strange is that if you look at the other photos on the listing at Facebook, the guy took a selfie of himself with the lamp in his bathroom.
Hello, ladies. I respect it.
I don't know if I can share that. Can I share? Because his face is on there. He posted it.
It's public.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to just avoid that lawsuit altogether.
Yeah.
Mr. Karloff, that's cool.
The way he's holding it, it looks like a lightsaber. You know?
Right.
I mean,
a little bit.
Did you see Attack of the Clones? Yeah, it would be like Anakin holding it.
So are you in for this light or not?
Hell no, man.
You have an issue with the light?
$88 to spend on a light? What are you, Rockefeller? I mean, this is... No, I mean, it's cool.
What is this, 1942 with the Rockefeller?
I think it's a cool light, and he looks like a really nice guy in this picture. So
what are you, some kind of Andrew Carnegie?
Henry Ford used to make us work. But no, if you want a spark plug light, maybe this is the place to get it, Tony. Absolutely.
I can't believe how anti-spark plug you are.
I'm not. Listen, I love cars.
Is the issue that the spark plug light, in your perception, if I understand you right, is simply too phallic?
Yeah, it is a little bit phallic. I'm not gonna. Thank you, Carl. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you know, I saw this, and the last thing I thought was a light, but whatever. You know, maybe that's where my head goes.
Can you take us now through what the first thing you thought was?
Yeah, sure. I already said it. Ribbed for light's pleasure. That's what I thought. Good Lord.
You know, for
like
some
an assault
people,
over here, an assault of sound.
All I know is for some people, when you explain it like that, Matt, they're like, $88 is a good price.
You can go to Cirilla's and pay $150 for this.
By the way, how come Cirilla's is not a sponsor of ours?
I don't know. I mean, Cirilla traffic, I think, would be fantastic, man.
Oh, you know, true enough.
So I mean, seriously. And
do you know how much fun we could have with the Cirilla's traffic jam?
They would make buck. They'd make serious money with us. But, you know, whatever. Yeah, I'm just a guy. I'm just a traffic guy.
That's all you are. That's all you are.
Someday you're going to be.
Wow. We have tested some boundaries today.
No.
Don't forget to send your emails to Casey Daniels at WIBC.com. She wants them all. She's the one we go to.
This is a big, beautiful light. To go along with your big, beautiful bed. Sorry,
you know what? You're done. We have this listed at Facebook Marketplace there at WIBC.com. Just look for the Marketplace presented by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Oh, wait. Here's them dropping their sponsorship right now. There it is. Enjoy the list. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. Your next car or truck comes from Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield because they have everything and they have got the employee pricing. So first things first, the cars, the trucks, the SUVs, the fleet vehicles, the electric vehicles, they're all at Andy Moore Ford. The F-150s, the Super Duties, the Explorers, the Expeditions, all with employee pricing. You pay what they pay. And you can also get more to your door. Just purchase your vehicle online. That's all you have to do. And they'll deliver it directly to you. You can also schedule your service online. Fantastic people. I never get to talk about the service department. So good, so professional, so caring. When I had the big Bronco, remember I bought the big older Bronco? They're the ones who did the work to get that thing running perfectly again. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. That's who you want to talk to. That's who you want to work with to get your next car, next truck, next SUV, or fleet vehicle. 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield or online at Andy Moore Ford, MOHR, AndyMooreFord.com.
Think of it as WIBC on 2x speed. Big opinions, great moments, and just enough chaos. The WIBC Mashup Podcast brings it all together in one fast, fun listen. New episode each weekday. Subscribe wherever you get your podcast.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what's going on?
Crash clear on the south side, westbound 465 Kentucky Avenue, and traffic is on the move once again in that area. And we look at northbound 65, stop and go traffic, Southport Road to 465 because of construction. Same deal with northbound 65 from Raymond Street up to the south split again, a construction zone. Southbound 65, 70, the main line slow from the north split down to Fletcher. Northbound 465, northwest side, slow roll 86th Street up to 865. And then we check inbound 69 slow coming down from Fishers, 106th Street to 82nd Street. That'll add 3 minutes to your travel time. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road at North at Shadeland or online at DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
Stop at Speedway and grab any size Big Gulp for just 89 cents with Speedy Rewards. Summer is calling. Valid through 6/24/25. See app for full terms.
A second opinion on your financial portfolio seems incredibly smart to me. With financial policy and the markets being the way they are, a chat with Trajan Wealth. Trajan Wealth, your financial experts, would be a perfect way to maximize your investments, making sure your money is working as hard as you do. Call Trajan Wealth for your first appointment. It's free. 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. My experience with Trajan has been phenomenal. I'm no money expert. They answered all of my questions, explaining in detail, taking the time, getting to know me. I felt like I was a person, not a commodity. Call today and learn more about Trajan's personalized approach to your money management. 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Again, 317-480-4040. Remember, your first appointment is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Turning 65, new to Medicare, or just moved? If you qualify for Medicare and Medicaid, a Humana Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan, a D-SNP, may give you the extra benefits you're looking for. A D-SNP helps cover things like prescriptions and checkups, but it also helps pay for essentials, too. With a Humana D-SNP, you get $225 a month for eligible groceries, rent, utilities, and more. Plus, whatever you don't spend carries over to the next month. You may even get benefits like $0 copays on routine prescriptions, plus routine dental, vision, or hearing coverage. All of this could make a difference for your health and wallet. Learn more at GetHumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a coordinated care HMO SNP plan with a Medicare contract and a contract with the Indiana Medicaid program. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal. Allowance amounts cannot be combined with other benefit allowances. Limitations and restrictions may apply.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 463-251-1912. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 463-251-1912. That's 463-251-1912.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
Or you could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
I was seriously injured. It was definitely somebody's fault, and I didn't actually know who, so I needed to call someone. I was really happy to have a law firm like Hensley that had ethics. I made the best call.
It happens. Hire Hensley.
Didn't get a chance to say thank you to justaddwaterboats.com and everybody who came out for the porch party on Friday. Fantastic. I think we have found a thing. Like, there were a lot of things that took place over race weekend. Us doing that morning porch party, Hammer and Nigel at the track. There was a whole thing that JMV was doing Saturday night with B1057 and his yacht rock stuff. And there was a whole for whatever reason, and I give all the credit to Hammer and Nigel for amazingly being able to get WIBC to do Carb Day at the track like I think for years. Like, there's a whole thing now. I am expecting next year our 72 hours of the Indy 500 to be just insane, nutty. Cannot wait. Oh, there's a porch party happening next year. Sponsorship's now available. That is going to go on. So thank you to justaddwaterboats.com. Really wonderful people. Joe and that entire team over there were fantastic. And they made food for everybody. It was incredible. And Java House brought the coffee, and Sarah and that whole group. Thank you so much. Java House, Indiana-based. Wonderful. So appreciated, Java House and justaddwaterboats.com. I was discussing earlier that maybe for the first time in President Trump's political history, he has gotten a pushback that's going to stick. And that is taco trade. He was asked about this in a press conference when he was in the Oval. And he was asked about what does he think, as Wall Street has labeled his trade policies as taco trade. And he's like, what in the world are you talking about? And taco stands for Trump always chickens out. Taco trade. Then when it comes to tariffs, Trump talks a big game and then doesn't go through. This was really put forth in the Financial Times, columnist Robert Armstrong, and is now being used. Now, to the extent that's being utilized a lot or a little, I can't say. I'm not on Wall Street. But that is an impression of how many people feel about the tariffs. It's all talk, it's all bluster, and then when it comes down to it, he doesn't do it. I wish people would listen to the show more often. You know what? Now we have to syndicate the morning show, too. Clearly, we're not getting to a large enough audience. Haven't we been discussing this for years? Trump was going to put a 50% tariff on the European Union. That's what he says. Can we just wait? Why is the market going down? He hasn't done anything yet. Trump's going to hold off on the 50% tariff on the European Union. The market goes up. What are you guys doing? We have been discussing this for years. Doesn't matter what he says, it matters what he does. But this is the first time there's ever been a term, a something derogatory, a pushback that's sticking. This is going to stick. It might not do damage. That's, of course, we got to wait to be seen. But this is how some people see it, and not just on the political left. You say you're going to do it, but then you never do it. Yeah, you're talking so tough with China. You didn't do anything tough with China, chicken. It's a very Trump thing to do, by the way. And it got done to him. The whole tariff policy conversation is something we'll dig into on Tony Katz today at noon. As a policy, I don't like it. This decision from the International Trade Court saying that the president doesn't have the authority to do these tariffs, which I think their reasoning is sound. I would still question whether or not he can't declare the emergency. But pay attention to this. I don't know how Trump handles things sticking to him like this. Meanwhile, we're not done with any of these trade policies at all. We'll discuss it more on Tony Katz today at noon. Right now, Matt Barris, traffic.
South side, northbound 65, stop and go from Southport Road 2465, and again after South Keystone Avenue into the South Split. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146 and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Adventure is calling. Life Church invites kids ages 4 years old through 5th grade to True North, a fun-filled vacation Bible school where they'll discover how to follow Jesus, our ultimate guide. Join us June 9th through the 13th for games, music, crafts, and Bible stories that point kids to God's truth. It's completely free. Register now at lifechurchin.com. Life Church, leading kids to Jesus, the true north.
Hey, it's Matt Bear for Concord Exteriors. Don't wait to beautify your home for summer for a fresh new look and increased home value. New siding by Concord Exteriors is the answer. From James Hardy fiber cement siding to a big array of vinyl siding colors and styles, the experienced pros at Concord have all the choices. Plus, a lifetime workmanship warranty and over 10,000 satisfied customers. For your free estimate, call Concord Exteriors at 317-ROOFING or visit ConcordExteriors.com. Tell them I sent you.
Hi, Jeff Roush for Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get Lincoln's employee pricing on most all new Lincolns at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers. Get up to $20,000 off select 2024 Navigators, up to $8,000 off select 2024 Nautilus, or up to $7,000 off select 2024 Corsair at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP $105,575, Nautilus MSRP $61,995, Corsair MSRP $47,820. Offers good through May 31st, 2025. Navigators excluded from employee pricing. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
What is 988? It's a way forward. It's a listening ear. It's whatever help you need when you need it. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. offers trained crisis specialists ready to talk to you 24/7. If you or someone you love is experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis in their life, call or text 988. Want more information? Visit 988indiana.org.
I'm David Peterson, President and CEO for ERMCO, electrical systems and automation contractor for major projects such as the Indiana University Medical School and the new Fishers Event Center. While we're known for these landmark projects, companies of all sizes depend on ERMCO for their preventative maintenance, emergency repairs, and energy management services. Regardless of the type or size of your project, you deserve quality and integrity. You deserve ERMCO, empowering people, inspiring innovation. ERMCO is proud to be a Quality Connection contractor, quality work, customer connected.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event. Up to 50% off, plus free home delivery. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, we know the Knicks and the Pacers aren't getting along on the court, but their fans aren't getting along off of it either. What the cops are saying about a shooting at a hotel that left a convicted child molester badly injured. Those stories are coming up after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 8 o'clock.
The judicial coup is out of control. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what one White House advisor says after a court ruling blocked many of President Trump's tariffs, putting a cloud over the many trade negotiations they led to. The administration vows to appeal.
At least 7 lawsuits challenged the president's tariffs, which were imposed on nearly 60 countries. The president introduced those tariffs after declaring a national emergency for the U.S. trade deficit. Now, a 3-judge panel at the New York-based Court of International Trade has ruled the president can impose those tariffs. They said he overstepped his authority under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. Congress normally sets tariff policy.
That's Fox's Jill Nato. The ruling does not affect tariffs still in place on aluminum, steel, and foreign cars and auto parts. Elon Musk is finished at Doge. His time as a special federal employee is over.
I think the American people ought to be saying to Elon, thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's Republican Senator Ted Cruz on Fox praising Musk for leading the Department of Government Efficiency, cutting wasteful spending. The Democrats challenged in court. They say Musk was an out-of-control billionaire. President Trump's letting more convicts off the hook. Fox's Mark Meredith reports.
In recent days, he's issued more than 24 pardons or commutations, including Todd and Julie Chrisley, 2 reality TV stars who until a few hours ago were in federal prison. The Chrisleys were sentenced in 2022 for conspiracy to defraud multiple banks, all in an effort to secure millions of dollars in personal loans. Todd was sentenced to 12 years, Julie 7.
The president called the treatment the Chrisleys got harsh. He also pardoned former Congressman Grimm, a fraud convict, and ex-Connecticut Governor John Rowland, convicted of corruption. Harvard University's fight against the Trump administration returns to court today, challenging the attempt to block Harvard from enrolling new international students, as the U.S. plans to revoke visas of some Chinese students studying in the U.S. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Going hard on and off the basketball court. Your radar is clear and it's 57 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. We're going up to 70 today. A dense fog advisory burns off at 9 o'clock. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02. The Pacers and the Knicks playoff battle isn't just heating up on the court. There have been some pretty ugly scenes at bars and in the streets too this week.
Go City, boy! Go City, boy!
That video was posted online. It shows what happened outside of a downtown bar as the Pacers fans chasing a man in a Knicks jersey down the street after a fight broke out.
Hey, get out of here! Get out of here! Get him out of here!
In another video posted online, a man pulled out a rifle from his pants and yelled threats at a Pacers fan. Thankfully, nobody was injured, and the cops are looking into all of these incidents. On the court.
Can't exhale. I mean, I heard Steve Nash say this one time.
When you win, it feels like you're never going to lose again, and when you lose, it feels like you're never going to win again. Those are the emotions, and that's why each of these games looks and feels and is so different.
That's head coach Rick Carlisle on how his team is getting ready for Game 5 tonight in New York. A win will send the Indiana Pacers to the NBA Finals for the first time since 2000. A mother shot a convicted child molester who attacked her daughter in a hotel room last weekend, say police. It happened at the Baymont Inn on Indy's west side. According to court documents, the woman had left her daughter alone in the room with Bruce Pierce as she carried out luggage to the car. And when she returned, she told the cops that Pierce was on top of her daughter, tearing off her clothes. Investigators say the mother pulled out a gun and shot Pierce multiple times. He's in bad shape. He's on a ventilator at the hospital right now. A warrant has been issued for his arrest. A domestic incident in Jay County has led to the suspension of Muncie's EMS chief. Here's Chris Davis.
The incident has also led to his arrest on charges of illegal entry into a home and domestic battery in the presence of a minor under 16. Court documents say Wesley Miller had a gun partially displayed in his waistband when he entered the home and had sent threatening texts before he got there. The city of Muncie learned about the charges Wednesday and immediately put Miller on administrative leave, they say. The city says the incident had nothing to do with his duties as EMS chief, and they may comment further when the investigation wraps up. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Mourning the loss of Colts owner Jim Irsay.
He really gave the clothes off his back. I said, y'all don't really know him. And luckily, like all them dudes, they've just been here, right? So you don't know nothing else.
That's Colts wide receiver coach Reggie Wayne.
He cared about his team, cared about the city. And he wasn't just the players, he cared about people in the building.
And there's going to be a private memorial for Irsay on Monday in Indianapolis. I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level on the go and at WIBC.com. At 8:05, traffic on the 5s, and here's Matt Bear.
Northbound 65 slow from Southport Road to 465, and again after South Keystone Avenue to the South Split because of construction. And a construction slowdown going southbound 6570 from the North Split to the South Split. Northwest side, northbound 465 tied from 86th Street to 865. Inbound 69 slows 106th Street down to 82nd. Traffic sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate First. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate First for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, good morning. We've got a dense fog advisory in place for another hour or so across parts of central Indiana. I think we'll look for some sunshine heading into the day today. It's going to be a little bit warmer than yesterday with highs near 73. More rain develops overnight tonight under mostly cloudy skies. We'll see temps near 57. And then for your Friday, mainly cloudy, some scattered showers on and off throughout the day. Maybe a few rumbles of thunder, 74. But I do have better weather for the weekend. Upper 70s on Saturday, near 80 on Sunday, dry conditions, and then how about into the 80s, feeling like summer next week?
I could use a little more spring.
Oh, stop.
What?
No, we've had enough spring. It's summer.
Whoa.
Kids are out of school. It's going to be June. It's summer.
What is all of this? Who are you? You're yelling? Is this what you've become? What happened?
Yes.
What's going on?
We're listening to too much of you.
What? What? Hey, lady, don't forget you're a guest, all right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
What's wrong with you? What's going on today? Why are you so ornery?
I'm not ornery at all. I'm having a great day.
Hold on a second. Turn off the music.
Uh-oh.
You're a little ornery this morning.
Me? No.
What gives? What's going on? What's happening? Who hurt you? Show us on the doll.
I am having a great day. Today is my husband's birthday, and we're going to have some family time today. I mean, I'm having a great day. I'm great.
Right.
I'm looking forward to the day. The weather is going to be fantastic.
A little hot this weekend. A little hot. That's all I'm saying. And then you were just like, it's not hot, it's fine. Why don't you just shut your mouth, Katz? You're so stupid. Why can't I just do this show with Hammer and Nigel? Huh? Like, what was that?
No,
Why are you being like that?
No, never.
It's just saying. I'm just saying how it came out.
Listen, it's going to be beautiful this weekend, and it's going to be a little warm next week, but it's June. I mean...
Right, I just want a little more spring. And you're like, spring sucks. I hope spring dies in a fire. Like, why? Why were you?
Correct.
Why you like? What?
Well, because it's been so dreary. It's been cool.
Cool is a problem.
Yeah,
Are you an anti-coolite?
I am. Yes. I've only been able to swim in the pool once. We opened the pool up. I want to swim in the pool.
Oh, I'm
My
sorry.
kids keep complaining about swimming in the pool.
I didn't realize this was actually an issue with your elitism. Yes.
That is
Tara Hastings can't swim in her illustrious swimming pool that's filled with gold like Scrooge McDuck.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That's the problem. Your problem is you have not been able to take yourself a treasure bath. I get it. I get it now.
That is correct.
Treasure bath. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have a treasure bath. Treasure bath. Treasure bath.
That's exclusive audio. Tara Hastings at her home.
I thought you were going to play like the DuckTales theme song from Scrooge McDuck.
No, I don't have that. I don't have that.
That's the first thing that popped into my mind. Those good
Is it?
times growing up. Yeah.
I've got this.
Where's the money, Lebowski? You want that money, Lebowski? Boney says you're good for it.
Right? I've got that. I've got this new one.
Ooh.
I've got a new one here. Let me see if I can grab this right here. Hold on.
I'm holding.
Let me get this for you. Okay. So this is a new one that I've got. Tell me what you think of this. Oh, why is it not playing? Oh, hold on a second. I apologize. There it is. We'll try it this way.
Now, I don't know what kind of pan-Pacific power play you're trying to pull here, but Asia Jack is my territory. So whatever you're thinking, you better think again. Otherwise, I'm going to have to head down there, and I will rain down on a godly firestorm upon you. You're going to have to call the United Nations and get a binding resolution to keep me from destroying you. I am talking scorched earth, mother. I will massacre you. I will you up.
Holy moly.
What?
That was very intense.
That's actually my program director. After hearing this show and the way you acted towards our audience today, that's what it's going to be. Very disappointed. Listen, I'm going to go do some radio.
Okay. Hey, have a wonderful day.
I will. It's just a little bit cooler. That'd be better. Tara
I'll work on
Hastings,
that.
Wish TV. I'm done with you. Wish TV meteorologist. I have no idea what time it is, but it's 54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Play the music.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling, your independent American Standard air dealer.
She's fantastic. Look what we've done to her. Tara Hastings was so mild-mannered, and now she's just yelling at people, making fun of people's mothers. The whole thing. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. If you follow me over there at TonyKatz.com, you get the daily show sheet. And on the show sheet today, right, everything I'm going to talk about, it's a post from Richie Torres, congressman from New York, a Democrat. We don't agree on everything by any stretch. But he posts that the Democratic Socialists of America have publicly endorsed the barbaric murder of a young Jewish and Israeli couple, the couple that was shot outside the Capitol Museum there, the Jewish Capitol Museum in D.C., by a guy who was screaming Free Palestine. They were murdered because they supported Israel. They were part of the Israeli embassy. They were having an event there. That's why they were murdered. I argue, of course, that Jews are being hunted, and really all Americans, people who support Western civilization, are being hunted. And I had the usual suspects of communists say that you're a snowflake and that's not happening. Well, of course it's happening. This is from Democratic Socialists of America, who put out a statement that say the Palestinian struggle is the tip of the spear against global imperialism. As imperialism has made the entire world its battlefield, it is justified to fight it by any means necessary without regard for geography. This holds especially true for those of us struggling behind enemy lines, inside the U.S., an entity that is an equal party in all crimes committed by the Zionists. Whether in the besieged Gaza Strip, the Red Sea, the south of Lebanon, or the heart of the U.S., there must be consequences for genocidal Zionist imperialism, and those consequences are righteous. So, first, I want it known that Jesse Brown of the Indianapolis City County Council refers to himself as a Democratic Socialist. This is you. Please stop calling yourself a pacifist. I think that's a lie. Secondly, this is why my head is always on a swivel, why I am always prepared and protect myself and protect my family, because I know that I am at risk and so is my family. And if you haven't figured out yet that so are you, that these people are dangerous, that they want to burn it all down, and it's never just been about Israel or about Jews, well, I don't know how else I'm supposed to explain it to you. But none of this moves me. I'm still a Zionist. I'm still an American. I'm going to keep talking. These people have to lose, and that's all there is to it. But don't ever question whether or not they're violent. They are always violent. And Jesse Brown, that's your people, right? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. You need yourself a tree, you go to CircleCityTrees.com. That's where you go. CircleCityTrees.com, an unbelievable group of people, unbelievable business. And what they sell are trees, these very mature trees, beautiful, beautiful trees, shade trees and evergreens. We're talking about flowering trees, all sorts of trees that work for your backyard, your front yard, your side yard, for all of your different needs. You need shade on that back porch, or you want to have some separation from a nosy neighbor. You want to create some depth to your landscaping. Circle City Trees, the one and only call to make. They only sell trees that thrive in Indiana. That's what they do, and they take care of the installation and the warranty. Circle City Trees, they're right there in Zionsville, so you can head out to them, and you should, and bring a picture of the area that you're looking for a tree, looking for something to create a little bit of shape or serve a purpose, and they'll help you just from that photo find what it is you're looking for. Circle City Trees. Call them today. 317. That's where you call. 317-768-3005. 317-768-3005. Circle City Trees. 768-3005 or online at CircleCityTrees.com. That is traffic on the fives, and that's Matt Bear. What's up, Matthew?
What's happening, Tony? Looking at the east side, northbound 465 slow after 70 up to Penn Pike, and construction delays abound on the southbound side, actually south side. This northbound 65, slow traffic from Southport Road up to 465, and again from Raymond Street into the south split. Northwest side, northbound 465, stop and go from 86th Street up to 865. Traffic sponsored by Rocket. Rocket.com is a single, seamless home ownership platform to help you find, buy, sell, finance, and even refinance your home. Get started today at Rocket.com. Rocket, own the dream. I'm Matt Bear on the fives at WIBC Traffic.
54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now is 8:16.
You probably have a dream retirement in mind, but do you know how to get there? The difference between dreaming and living your ideal retirement comes down to having the right plan. And that's where Howard Bailey Financial can help. At Howard Bailey Financial, we've created a free retirement toolkit to help you bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. Text DREAM to 888-262-1104. to download your free retirement toolkit that includes a retirement checklist, Social Security decisions guide, estate planning guide, and more. We want your dream retirement to be your reality. And it starts by texting DREAM to 888-262-1104. Let us help you take the next step toward the retirement of your dreams. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in focus and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors. For 1951 cabinetry, visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or DrexelIN.com.
Producer Carl has been working on a whole bunch of stuff and specifically has been focusing on this 5-year anniversary of the George Floyd riots. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. We've got Rick Snyder on the show tomorrow from the FOP to discuss a series of things that took place. Of course, we have never gotten the answers to the questions of what happened in our city. We never got an answer to where were the police, where was the mayor. Why did we allow Indianapolis to burn? Why did we allow banks to be set on fire? Why did we allow people to die? Why did we allow it in those riots? No, there's no respect to have for the rioters whatsoever. There's no respect to have for Black Lives Matter, and I have none. Doesn't matter who's bothered by it. I'll say it anywhere. For that organization, none. And I was even asked at the time, Tony, why can't you be supportive? Because I know what they're about. I'm fully aware of what it is they do. I understand the Marxism. No, I'm not going to be supportive of that. Chris Davis, who I'm happy to see back with WIBC from the WIBC newsroom, had put together this I call it a montage. Things that were happening in Indianapolis, and when our guys were out trying to understand what was going on and bringing you these riots, bringing you these fights. I had come downtown, I think it was that Sunday afterwards, and I was doing a live stream. It's still the biggest video I've ever done in my life. One guy tried to get into a fight with me. If you ever saw the video, it was nutty. But they were down there, and this is some of what they experienced.
They pepper sprayed me, man.
The protest in Indianapolis, like a lot of them across the country.
The deputy chief of police and the
You'll now hear sounds from what happened on Monument Circle about 10 Friday night when cops and protesters met face to face. No social distancing here.
As long as you guys don't hurt anybody and everything. Now,
The protest had been peaceful and orderly. Then a young woman was put in cuffs. That's what protesters blamed for the confrontation.
You put her down on the ground and put the nightstick in her back, and she did nothing. This is why we are all out here. This is what we are fighting for.
Tear gas fired off in front of the State House. Can hear another shot there. Here comes the sting. Another similar protest in Fort Wayne Friday evening.
Mayor Tom Henry saying the protests began peacefully but quickly turned aggressive, forcing officers to act and protect the public safety.
WIBC covered protests through the day Saturday and some of the cleanup from the Friday night riots.
It's not the coronavirus that has these businesses closed. 72 and sunny. I'm Madison McGill. Here's what's trending at 4:03. Friday night protests left 30 businesses in downtown Indy damaged. Shyla Kapalan reports.
30. That was just the start of the damage. As a matter of fact, it was the damage that was so concerning to small businesses that in the weeks afterwards, when there was rumor of more protests happening, stores would board up. And it was the Indy Star and others saying, why are you doing this? That's just causing more problems. The city didn't protect them. The city didn't protect anyone in those hours. You know, it's 5 years later. And we can certainly see that we never were honest about what caused the death of George Floyd, which was an overdose. We were never honest about the actions of Derek Chauvin, the cop. He was wrong, didn't kill George Floyd, but none of his actions after having Floyd subdued were necessary, including keeping the knee on him, which was not on his neck. Never were honest about the fact that Black Lives Matter is a Marxist organization, a terrible organization, decidedly invested in the destruction of the United States, and they did a pretty good job of it. And black business owners were not helped by this group, but those who run the group were helped by all those who gave their money out of fear, including Indianapolis businesses who wrote checks to Black Lives Matter so they could say, see, we wrote a check, please don't hurt us. But businesses like General American Donut, which is now out of business, that wouldn't put a sign in their shop window were called racists and bigots and were under attack. That's what happened. That's just some of what happened. Ramifications that still reverberate today. So what do you do 5 years later? How does one approach this 5 years later? What does this mean? We'll be digging into that tomorrow, starting at 6 a.m. You should be here for that. Right now, Matt Baer has traffic.
Southside crash eastbound 465 before the White River, and the right lane is blocked. Traffic is stop and go back to Man Road. Construction delays on the south side, northbound 65 from Edgewood up to 465. And again, from Raymond Street into the South Split. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Baer on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel show, 3 o'clock this afternoon. It's 5 years since the riots in Indianapolis. FOP President Rick Snyder, IMPD Chief Chris Bailey, all scheduled to join us.
Big Joe here for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, B&W HVAC Plumbing and Electrical.
With a B&W Premier Club membership, you'll stay ahead of breakdowns and costly repairs. Our members get routine maintenance, priority scheduling, and exclusive discounts, saving you money and keeping your family comfortable all season long. Visit bplusw.com or call 317-214-0108 for more information.
B&W HVAC Plumbing and Electrical, your American Standard dealer since 1961.
Health gives you the ability to love more, feel more, be more. Health gives you the ability to live an extraordinary life. Because every day, no matter the challenges, is a chance to breathe, laugh until your belly aches, cry because you care so much, and experience everything that makes your life truly extraordinary. For 150 years, Franciscan Health has been there, watching extraordinary lives unfold. Love your extraordinary life.
Road trip!
This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio.
Right now, save up to $514 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
I gave it a shot, and I came in and had the procedure done. To me, it was amazing because I don't think I ever breathed that clear. I wish I would have done it 20 years ago.
At the IHSAA, we are invested in the growth and development of Indiana's youth, and so are our partners at Ivy Tech.
That's right. We're proud to help over 90,000 Hoosier High School students get a head start on college and their careers.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig.
And I'm Dr. Sue Elsperman, President of Ivy Tech Community College. Through our dual credit and dual enrollment programs, high school students can take Ivy Tech classes at their high school or at their local Ivy Tech campus, allowing them to learn skills and earn college credits while still in high school.
Thanks to partners like Ivy Tech, Indiana students are set up for success after high school, whether they want to continue their college education or go straight into the workforce.
Just like the IHSAA, we believe supporting Hoosier students is the key to building a strong future for Indiana.
This is the power of partnership.
This is the value of education.
This is your IHSAA.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or drexelin.com.
Another update is just minutes away.
Russia takes a little more of Ukraine. 4 border villages, 367 drones and missiles.
Hear the news.
The Indy 500 $20 million purse.
It's overwhelming. It's amazing.
As events happen.
A shooting just a block north of Gambridge Fieldhouse. Man was shot. He's in bad shape.
We'll happen to be there.
Kayaker found a man's body floating in the Fall Creek in the water for quite some time.
93 WIBC Mobile News. 93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What do we really know about the Butler man who tried to kill President Trump? Your radar is clear and it's 57 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Your high today 70. A dense fog advisory in effect for the next 29 minutes. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31.
You're going to know everything we know. And that's the other thing we did. We take assassination attempts, especially of the President of the United States, extremely seriously.
That's FBI Director Kash Patel speaking with Brett Baer of Fox News last night.
And we don't feel that the American people have been given the information they need on that. And we're digging through the files and we're getting them.
Patel also spoke about James Comey, who's the former FBI director, making a seashell alignment spelling out 8647, which President Trump says were calls to assassinate him.
Because everywhere across this country, people are popping up on social media and think that a threat to the life of the President of the United States is a joke, and they can do it because he did it.
And Comey was fired by Trump in 2017 after serving as FBI director since 2013. A jury found a Gary man guilty of drug conspiracy and gun charges. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
The charges are enough to send 29-year-old Devontae Hodge to prison for life. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office in northern Indiana, Hodge was found guilty by a jury of conspiracy to distribute and possess with intent to distribute controlled substances and using a firearm to commit murder. Court documents say Hodge and a group of others would sell cocaine from a home in Gary in the summer of 2016. Then that fall, Hodge shot and killed someone inside a car that he thought was working with law enforcement about the drug conspiracy. conspiracy. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Gas prices are on par here in Indiana with the nationwide average, says AAA. You're paying about $3.13 to fill up on the average for regular unleaded here in Indiana. Nationwide, it's about $3.17. Your safety where you work is important, says Indiana Congressman Frank Mervan, who says unions have made for better job safety.
But today, through the power of collective bargaining, our workforce has the ability to negotiate with management and enact workplace protections that say we value labor and we value safety.
But he says possible cuts to the Department of Labor could put job safety in jeopardy. Mervan says he'll be looking for ways to make sure that those cuts don't happen. Canned beef stew is being recalled. More from Fox's Sue Guzman.
Hormel is recalling more than 256,000 pounds of its Dinty Moore beef stew produced at a facility in Georgia. U.S. Department of Agriculture says the 20-ounce cans may be contaminated with wood. The canned beef stew was produced February 4th. The cans are marked with a Best By February 2028 label, and the lot code is TO2045. There are no reports of any injuries. The USDA says the recalled product could be thrown away or returned to the place of purchase. Sue Guzman, Fox News.
Sports on WIBC, brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indiana Pacers can clinch the Eastern Conference Championship tonight with the win over the New York Knicks and move on to the NBA Finals. Head coach Rick Carlisle says the team is still growing and learning from its mistakes.
Yeah, we're still pretty young, so we're learning by, some of the experience that we're getting right now. We've got to stay in the moment. We've got to keep our eye on the ball and go day to day and moment to moment here.
All right, so here's the deal. The Pacers are ahead 3-1. Only 13 teams in NBA history have come back to win after being down 3-1 in a playoff series. Tonight's game tips off at 8 o'clock. Missing Caitlin Clark may have cost the Indiana Fever a chance to win last night. They lost to the Washington Mystics 83-77. Here's head coach Stephanie White on how Clark's absence is showing up.
Not having any points in transition, is one that's obvious. I mean, Caitlin is really good at finding rim runners and getting the ball up the floor. That's one. We got to be better there.
And Clark will miss at least 2 weeks with the left quadricep strain. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
Southside crash. Westbound 465 between the river and Man Road. Right now, 2 right lanes blocked. And we are looking at a slowdown through that area. Northbound 65 slow after Southport Road up to I-65, 465 interchange delay continues from Raymond Street into the South Split. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146 and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
We have got ourselves 57 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee. Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. I just realized that, the camera's on. We are live streaming. Of course, you can find us on YouTube. You can find us there on the Twitter X. And even though sometimes the camera's not up for everybody doing the live stream, producer Carl can always see me. I was studying something. I was doing a bunch of work. I wonder what I look like in those moments. I must look like a freak, just blankly staring at a screen or something like that. So he might post that one day. He never should, though. That would just be wrong. Dow futures up 102, NASDAQ futures up 280. A lot of this having to do with this decision from the trade court saying you cannot do these reciprocal tariffs, Donald Trump. Now, their argument is different. Their argument is that it's the authority of Congress, not the authority of the executive branch. 3-judge panel. That's a different conversation than saying we don't like this. But this really goes down to the idea of who gets to declare some level of emergency. If it's not the executive, who does? right? In a declaration of war, we know that this is Congress, but in a declaration of economic issue, declaring that some other emergency, if that's not the purview of the president, then how is it the purview of Congress? And how would some level of declaration be made? By what? I'd have to ask, not having the answer in front of me. Is there a percentage of Congress? Is it a vote of X number of members? How does this work? So there are questions here, and there will be appeals here. But what the market is responding to is maybe seeing less tariffs and less increases. Meanwhile, Best Buy has now cut its full-year sales and profit guidance because of tariffs. I am now convinced that businesses everywhere are using this as an excuse to pull their guidance, and no matter what happens, they can say, well, you see, it was the tariff uncertainty. It's an excuse. That's what they're doing. And Abercrombie and Fitch did it the other day. Do you think tariffs have anything to do with whether or not a 19-year-old is buying a T-shirt 4 sizes too small? When I say a 19-year-old, I mean Matt Baer. Nothing. Tell me if I'm wrong that this isn't just excuse stuff at this stage of the game. Meanwhile, oil prices are remaining steady, $61.82 on the West Texas crude, and you have Brent crude that comes out of the oceans at $64.88. The 10-year Treasury note right now, 4.473. Interest rates for a 30-year fixed mortgage are at 7%, and all that stinks. Carl, if you would do me a favor, would you arrange for Mark Dietel to call in Monday, who is, of course, one of our sponsors. They are the people to speak to when you're looking for a home, selling your home. I'd love to hear his thoughts, if he's up for it, on what he thinks of the market right now. What does he think of the rates and how it's affecting the markets? Because people are still buying and people are still selling. There's just an effect. I'd love to hear from Mark what he thinks. So if you could arrange that, Producer Carl.
Sure, absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's all I was looking for. All my life, I've just been looking for someone to say, sure, absolutely. It doesn't matter what I said. Just sure, absolutely. That's all I ever needed. The world is crazy, but we do not have to be. That's why we bring you the Tony Katz TK, that is me, Thursday Music Moment, presented by KillaDentRemoval.com. Kill a dent. Let's say you've got hail damage, or you got a door ding from somebody opening their door into your door in the parking lot, or the shopping cart hit you. Kill a Dent Removal will take care of all of that. They come to you, mobile dent repair, paintless dent removal. I've had friends use the service, absolutely thrilled with the results. Just go to KillaDentRemoval.com. KillaDentRemoval.com, and you can click to call. You can reach out. They'll come to you. The next thing you know, your car is looking world class and fantastic. So the world is nuts. Everybody's insane. We do not have to be. That's why we do this. We take a moment every Thursday. We turn up the radios. We grab ourselves a drink. I'm not here to tell you what it is. I don't judge. You might work third shift. Who am I to say? It's not what I do. And then we just relax. Just a couple minutes, just to take a deep breath. Then we'll get back to it. We'll get back to all the insanity because it's there. It's there and it's real. So I went classic. I went old school, but not old school. I went with soothe the soul kind of music and get you pumped for the day. Here for the TK Tony Katz Thursday Music Moment, presented by KillaDentRemoval.com. We've got all the songs over there at WIBC.com. 1983. Gosh, 1983. From the album of albums, Texas Flood, which is so good. It's Stevie Ray Vaughan. Roll down your windows, turn up your speakers, stretch a little. It's going to be all right. Mary Had a Little Lamb. Producer Carl, hit it.
Mary had a little lamb. His fleece was white as snow, yeah. Everywhere the child went, you know the lamb was sure to go, yeah. He followed her to school one day and broke the teacher's rule. What a time did they have that day at school. Tisket, tasket, baby, a creamy yellow basket. Sent a letter to my baby. On my way, I passed it.
God, that's so good. It's so good. That song is under 3 minutes, and it just holds up. Oh, God. Can't believe I never saw him in concert. Still kills me. Kills me. Good Lord. Stevie Ray. The full list of songs for the TK Music Moment are there at WIBC.com. Matt Bear has traffic.
Southside crash eastbound 465 before the White River, blocking 2 right lanes, causing stop-and-go traffic back to Kentucky Avenue. And then northbound 65 slow in spots because of construction. This from Southport Road up to 465 again. Before Raymond Street into the South Split. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
We have got ourselves 57 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now is 8:46.
Addiction doesn't just affect one person, it touches everyone around them. That's why Matt Bear and Ryan Hedrick created the Supporting Sobriety podcast. It's for the friends and family standing behind, offering hope, guidance, and real talk. Listen now wherever you get your podcasts.
Have Indiana storms damaged your roof or siding? Cochran Exteriors is now offering free inspections to assess the condition of your home. From blown-offs to full replacements, Cochran Exteriors knows the insurance process and will make your home as good, as new, as fast as possible. Help your home find the fountain of roof. Trust the company that was here before the storm will be here long after for your free, no-obligation consultation. Schedule today at CochranExteriors.com or call 317-ROOFING. That's 317-ROOFING. Cochran Exteriors, referred for a reason for over 15 years.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling will pay you cash for your scrap metal. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling may seem familiar to you, and that's because they are. They're trusted local family-owned businesses going back 3 generations in Indy with their familiar orange logo and a name you know. But you may not know they'll pay you cash for your scrap metal. Cash is king. Your scrap aluminum, steel, copper, and brass will get you cash from Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Just drop it off or schedule a pickup, and you'll put cash in your pocket. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Local names you can trust with 2 locations.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Get cash for your scrap. Get started at farnsworthmetals.com.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
It's the Bash Sale, the biggest automotive sale in history. Your local Bill Estes dealerships are coming in hot with deals on trucks you don't want to miss. We have a huge selection of trucks at one easy online stop. Brand new Chevy, Ford, GMC, Jeep, Ram, and Toyota trucks with a massive pre-owned selection too. Plus, our fair and direct upfront pricing means what you see is what you pay. Shift into savings during the Bash Sale, only at Bill Estes dealerships, and drive away in your dream truck today. Online at BillEstesTrucks.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
When you golf in Missouri, the courses are so close, you'll spend more time on the fairway than the freeway. After the back nine, enjoy world-class dining and distilleries, shops, spas, museums, and more. Find your new golf MO at visitmo.com.
1 second I'm on my bike, next second I see this car coming at me. And
I broke my left ankle in 3 places.
I decided to call Hensley.
I realized Hensley was impressive first time I spoke with my attorney.
They just kind of took that burden off my back.
It happens. Hire Hensley.
Yeah, I have no idea what the heck's going on here. Tony Katz.
No cheating.
93 WIBC. Good morning. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is this TV theme song? Here's how we play our game. Producer Carl here has chosen a television theme from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. Dear Lord. Everybody and their mother just exploded. The chat room exploded. Am I allowed to say who just texted me?
Who?
You gotta text back and say yes, and then I'll say it.
Yes.
Holy cow! How did I not have this? Because I love the show. I literally have his comedy albums hanging on my wall. All right, I'm gonna give this to the chat room, although I got a text from everyone and their mother. Good gosh, this is the theme to the Bob Newhart Show. The Attorney General, Todd Rokita, is like, it's Newhart, Katz. What the hell, man?
Yeah, we played the Newhart Show before, but I didn't think you were going to get Bob Newhart.
Yeah, I wouldn't have, which is so strange. I would not have gotten this. It would not have hit me. Newhart was pretty easy. Interesting, but I mean, I bring in Suzanne Plachette references all the time, and I do. So in my studio, I have got this. It's not a triptych, but I have these comedy albums. I have some here that I haven't. I have some here that I'll show you on the live stream that I haven't even put up yet. So this is George Carlin, An Evening with Wally Londo. I've got that album right there. I mean, these are actual albums. Like the records are in there. This is the Side Splitter. This is Red Fox. I've got the Red Fox album right there. This is one of the Steve Martin's Let's Get Small. I've got that one. Here's Richard Pryor's Greatest Hits. I got that going on. And then, this is a great one. Child of the 50s. That's Robert Klein. That's Robert Klein. So these are the ones I haven't put up yet. I don't really have a spot for them yet. But on my wall, right here, just To my left, as I sit, it is Steve Martin live, where he's wearing the white suit and the bunny ears. That's the photo. I have A Way of Life, which is Mort Saul, which Mort Saul. And then it was Inside the Button-Down Mind of Bob Newhart. I mean, this is his comedy album. It's right there. I'm staring at it. I mean, I don't know if I can take, those are kind of on the wall, affixed on the wall, right there. So Bob Newhart, I'm a fan. I just I would not have picked that theme song in a million years.
Every now and then I have to throw you a curve.
Yes, between the chat room and the Attorney General, Todd Rokita. And if you're asking, how does Rokita have the time to listen to the show and do other things? Man can multitask. I don't know what to tell you. Everyone takes by the way, everybody in Indiana is listening to the show. We know this by now, right? Everybody. We are the official morning show of good and decent Hoosiers. That's what we are. Hit the ding again right there, producer Carl. Hit it one more time. Done. We're it. We're the official morning show of The Rational Mind, and we're also the official morning show of Sexy Bitches. It's just the way it is. I'm not even shy about that. We will be back at noon. Kendall and Casey are up next, and right now Matt Bear has got traffic. Guys, catch you then. What's up, Matt?
Southbound 65 crash at 29.